No to ja też nie wiem.
Napisy tu możesz przyjść.
Hi guys! I'm just gonna share this video in a couple different places. You can share it as well. And I am actually looking forward to seeing you all and like have a wee chat about the things. So I hope quite a lot of you join us. You can also share it as well. We are going to talk about the nail art inspiration today. I think Patrick is going to zoom me in just a tiny bit so I'm not that far away, because we've got it's actually quite dark in here already. And we are not in a house and not in a studio, but we thought it will be a really fantastic chance to have a wee chat together and talk with you. So I've got Imsby, Jesly here. Hi everyone. Hi Leanne. I'm just gonna share this video in a couple of places. You can do the same for me, please. pretty please. So we will have a couple more people joining us in. Hi Barbara, nice to see you. I'm just gonna go and hit and share it in our group. And of course, as usual, we will have some giveaways for you as well. That's the fun of doing the lives. You can also ask me any questions as well, which I will be very happy to answer for. And this idea came from one of you, actually. That's where we'll be talking about the nail art inspiration and how to create those beautiful designs, like how to find what your clients are gonna like as well, because it might be a struggle, especially for those people which are more technical rather than artistic. And I think it is a fantastic way to inspire each other and talk about it. Who else is with us? Oh, it's actually quite a lot of you. Also, hi Jenny, hi Hilda, hi Avi, hi Anna. So this is a great thing. Anna says she's from Canada. I would love to know where you are at the moment and what time is it, because this is actually pretty interesting. Usually when we put information that we are going live, everyone is wondering like, oh gosh, what time is it in my place? So normally we live in UK, like in Scotland, in the middle of nowhere, and it is 6 p.m. in UK right now. But we had a short trip to Turkey and we are here now and it's 8 p.m. So it's actually pretty dark. But I have seen amazing sunset, and this is actually one of the things where I get my inspiration from. So just before we started this live, the sunset was like absolutely stunning. It was like almost a cotton candy sunset, and it was with blues, purples, and pinks. Imagine these three colors together as a perfect combination. And I do really think that actually Patrick is playing and giving me extra life by putting some bed sheet over the bed, which we have to move it because we have destroyed the entire room. There was actually a bed in here, but we made it some space to make this life happen. And everything in the nature is actually a fantastic inspiration because nature creates a perfect color combination. So like an example of this sunset, if you use pink, purple and blue together, you get really beautiful results and amazing nail art which your client are gonna love. So that was one of many examples which I'm gonna give you today. So yeah, let me know what time is it. I've got 1 p.m. is a good time actually. I'm scared actually some of you might be not sleeping because of this live. Hi Trish, hi Denise, hi Mariam, hi Hilda. So many of you, I'm so happy to see you all in here. Hi Dina. So the time is actually not too bad for everyone, which I am really grateful, because I think this is really important. So you can ask me also any question as well. In the meantime, like I will be talking about all this inspiration. Patrick is writing here as well. Hi, Trish. Fantastic. I'm so happy we've got so many of you joining in. So also today we went for a beautiful walk on the beach as well. And that's where I find also lots of inspiration. We was seeing an amazing waves. And because like, I mean, we are still in spring, I know, but you know, my head started buzzing with the summer designs. So we definitely will be doing some beautiful waves or even a sand, like you could create a beautiful new art which looks like a sand, and then put some footprint on all the shells, like those kind of 3D designs. They are absolutely fantastic. So just by the one walk on the beach, you've got tons of the ideas. We also pick up some beautiful stones, like a different kind of marbles and rocks. I get maybe even Patrick to show you some of them in the camera, because they are absolutely amazing. So I find white marble with some black veins, and I love white nails. So I would fancy some wee marble on my nails. We did find some pink marbles as well, some gray marbles, and even like a green stones. So that has lots of inspiration. I've got a couple of the bigger stones which Patrick picked as well, and he will be happy actually to show you that, because I think it is a great way to create some beautiful nail art. I hope the light will actually allow us to do so. If not, I've got some torch which you can use it, because it's, oh, they are actually visible. So look at all those veins happening in this pretty stones. And like, you know, those kind of gemstones or rocks, like this one is actually really amazing, which Patrick just showed. They are a fantastic way to learn how to marble the nails, because they are natural veins. And if you can kind of picture it in your head, then it's easier to recreate it on the client's nails. Another way I like to get the inspiration from is pieces of the jewelry, like, you know, earrings, rings. Patrick, oh, this one, my show back. It's amazing, actually. I love that stone. Yeah, this one is nice too. We even find the green ones, like, and so many different things. So much inspiration coming in just from a one trip. I'm jumping from the subject to subject. And that is not even a stone. I think this is actually a piece of, we are closer, that's it, we've got it here. I don't think so it's even a stone. It might be a piece of wood from the boat or something, but it has a pretty interesting design. So I thought I will pick it and show you as well, because it will look really nice, even as a background for one-stroke flowers. Another very, yes, I'm jumping from thing to thing, but I have also, you can keep showing the stones, like, I mean, they are all so pretty. We have seen lots of beautiful flowers as well. So there was a yellow and a purple ones, just like kind of daisy, but a much bigger ones. So that would be fantastic in a combination with the French manicure, where you could use lots of different colors in it as well. But the most pretty ones I have seen it was on the way when we was on the bus to the beach, and there was a tree which had flowers which was shaped like almost like an orchid. It wasn't an orchid flowers, but it looked like there was like hundreds of the little orchids on top of that tree. So that's looked fantastic, and I think we need to paint the orchids with the one-stroke technique and those white purple colors. Absolutely fantastic color combination. And I do also use a lot of inspiration when it comes to the flowers as well from my own garden. Like, I love gardening, and I spent so much time in there. And seeing all those different flowers do really inspire me, the color combination. We even had it this year, daffodils, which was not a daffodil, it was the narcissus. Narcissus, they are very similar. They was growing yellow ones, and then yellow daffodils next with the narcissus, and we've got the hybrid. Believe or not, we have got a flower in the garden which was half of it was yellow and the other half was white, which was so fantastic. And that's a great inspiration as well. But I wanted to tell you also about the pieces of the jewelry, because I love the combination of the gold and white, or gold and black. and adding those gold details or creating an actual pieces which look like rings or a brooch. Like even if you search it in Google or in some shop where you can buy all those kind of bling things, it comes up with lots of different pretty flowers which have maybe like a wee crystal inside, or it might be a bird or a feather. Like I have actually created a training, and this training was inspired by the pieces of the jewels with different kind of enamels inside. So you would have, like, say, example, a pink enamel inside, and then around this pink enamel there was a gold, an actual gold, and it was a wee pin, and you can recreate that on the nails. Same, like I've got a wee hair clip, which is so pretty. It has like a little white flowers and the shape of it. Even you could add like a wee bow. That looks fantastic, and that's lots of inspiration as a nail art decor. So this is where I'm actually getting some parts of the inspiration. I am quite also interesting where you are getting all your inspiration from as well, so the others can actually read it as well. Then I've got Lanya saying that, will you be doing a Union Jack nail for V-Day, 8th of June? I would need to search what is that. 8th of Union. We live in UK, so I don't know all the kind of celebration happening, but I will see what we can do. And then I've got Trish asking, what is your favorite art design? Foiling, one stroke? Actually, a combination of both of them. I think transfer foil and the one stroke is my best thing to go for, definitely, because one stroke, I would say, is quite fast and easy technique once you master it. So on the beginning, things look like blobs, like cabbages, and my one stroke never looked really good when I started. And I have been showing you guys those kind of pictures as well. But once you master it, it is actually faster sometimes to paint those one stroke flower than lines. Like, you know, you've got a little bit of more room for a mistake, because in the natural, none of the petals are exactly the same, so you can kind of play a little bit more with something which is very symmetrical. That's what I find it. So for that reason, I love the one stroke, and another reason is a smile on my clients' faces. When they see me picking up two different colors on a one brush and then going with this brush on their nails, they are, whoa, that's so amazing. And they really look at their nails like, and they cannot believe it was just freehand paint. So for that reason, one stroke is my favorite. And I think it's also, when you think of it as well, there are some things which are seasonal. I would say, like, you know, we get into the fashion, maybe like texture look or chrome, then the next year we will have something different coming up into the news, like everyone will go crazy about the shell nails, say example, then everyone will go crazy about the jelly nails. But floral patterns is something which is staying with us every single year, I would say. Like these patterns repeat, and they do repeat in the client's clothes as well. And this is always my first goal for when I'm deciding like what kind of nail art I want to do for my clients. So say example, I think this is a good tip for you guys, especially if you're starting and the client tells you can do whatever, or if you want to actually start doing whatever you feel the most confident with, or whatever you want to do the most. I think this is a win-win situation for a nail technician, rather than clients bringing in some pictures which might seem easy for one person, might be not easy for a second person. And I actually really love when the clients gives me those freedom, because then I can give them what I'm best at. What I'm trying to say is, like, even in any kind of industry, each of us specialize in something different. And if you give your clients what you're the strongest at, they are definitely going to be the most happy, because you will give your best. But if they bring you, say example, if you're not a flower person and they bring you a design with the flowers, you will be really afraid of this design. You might maybe not do it as great as you wish to do it. But then your line work or French is wow, like, you know, you could impress them so much. So if they come to you, I would kind of try to give them what they will really love, what they will feel like it belongs to them, rather than trying to copy someone else's work, because you will make them more satisfied and they wouldn't be disappointed, but you need to really feel that client. So what I mean by that is, if I get a lady which comes in like on high heels, like, you know, nice like jacket on, and she's so elegant, smart looking, like I see she wears black and white only, I wouldn't jump in and I wouldn't do like I don't know, one stroke full blooming garden on her, because that will be just not her style. She is not having any patterns on her clothes. Her hair are neat, makeup is neat. She's kind of more of a classic looking client. And for those classic clients, I would stick with classic set of the nails, which will be in this case a French, a baby boomer. If we would go for a touch of colors, I would do it like a very subtle, and it could be even just like a wee AB crystals, which gives a little bit of color, but is still very elegant and not over the top. Tiny bit of glitter, again, not over the top, but you could just fade it a little bit around the cuticle, or you could do a wee line with the glitter around the French. So that will be a choice of the design for my elegant client. I'm just gonna read some questions and then I tell you another examples. I don't know why, Patrick, I cannot see the questions on my phone, and I don't like this black background. So on my phone, I need Patrick, he always helps me. For some reason, so the chat is stopping here, and I don't know why, but I can see all the, see? It doesn't, no.
That's the last one.
No, here's lots of more questions. Okay, I will stick with this one then. Okay. Patrick is gonna figure it out why I cannot use the other phone. It doesn't show me the messages on the other phone. And then, hi Dart, hi Trish again. And then I've got news by Bramble. I'm so terrible at pronouncing the names, guys. Then I've got Nan, hi. I make jewelry and paint and have long before nails. I get most of my inspiration from there. Absolutely none. Like, I mean, pieces of the jewelry, especially if you was making jewels, like this is absolutely amazing way to get inspired. Being a beginner in one stroke, what brush do you recommend? Trish is asking. For a beginner, for a one stroke. Okay, so the small brush, you need to be a little bit more precise with it, but at the same time, it is easier brush to paint on such a small surface. Like, the smaller the brush, the better it is. But at the same time, it is harder to pick up your paint because you've got less surface, so it's harder to pick up two separate colors. So for practicing one stroke, level 1 would be a best. You wouldn't be able to paint like a very detailed work or very small pieces, but by doing it a little bit larger, you get to learn the technique. And with one stroke, I want you to guys understand two things. First one is the paints which you are using. So when I started one stroke, I bought some paints off from eBay, and that was a disaster because doesn't matter what I have tried, the colors wasn't mixing well together. So I was moving my brush so many times and I was just making like a blob of the color rather than painting the petals. They were so oily and they really didn't blend together. That was my big problem. So I let you spot a good paint is if you're using the paints which are drying matte, that's a good one stroke paints for a nail art. And if you're using the paints which drying with the slidey surface, they aren't like shiny surface, they aren't great because they do not mix that much.
Last one is about the pigments, yeah?
Last one is about the pigments. Yes, perfect. Oh, he's magician. Thank you so much, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so he's fantastic boy. I've got all the comments now happening now. I don't know why it did freeze on the other phone.
Probably just the internet, that's all.
Just the internet. Ah, okay. I'm glad actually we able to do the live because this is always the most scary thing for us. Like, you know, the internet connection, like if it's gonna be strong enough and we able to pull it through. Yeah, so for the one stroke, like if you're starting, the level 1 will be fantastic because you can even practice on a piece of paper and keep practicing brave. So everyone is scared of doing the one stroke and do not let it play with it. You need to do funny movements, almost like try it. What will happen if you play with your brush? Don't try to paint flowers first, just play. Do like waves, do swirls, do whatever is happening, because this way you can almost like invent some new petals. You can fill your brush and then start painting the flowers, but do not overdo it. One stroke, if you start placing too many elements, it will become really messy. So they need to be always separate enough. If you layer the petals, when you've got your first petal, which is white and red, say example, the next petal needs to start low enough so your white paint, which is on the top, is starting on the red part, not on the white. Otherwise, everything will smudge together. Okay, and then once you get it, you can paint the most amazing flowers with the demaster stroke. But I usually choose the demaster stroke because of its size. It's much, much smaller, and the nails are very small, so it's easier for me to paint it with the smaller brush. Don't be also scared, guys, to press your brush down, to paint it straight. Like, try it at all different angles, because this is making a great thing. Okay, let's check on another questions. Hello, Miss Palicka. Hi, Dart. Then I've got Trish again. Keep those comments coming, guys. Oh, I've got Scotland. Hi, Kirsty. We love Scotland. And then I've got Mariki. Have you ever done a sweet piece or a carnation flowers? I did something which looked almost like a sweet pea. Actually, there's a tutorial. I'm gonna get out from here and I'm just gonna copy quickly the link, because we done it a beautiful, actually amazing one stroke, which looks to me, it reminds me my sweet pea. And I actually even said it at the time. I said it, so that in the video. So Marike Harns, here is the video for the flowers, which looks almost like a piece. Sweet peas. I love those flowers. They smell so nice, and we always planted it every single year. And the other ones, which carnations, I would need to search it. There was an actually very fun technique, and I tell you where I also get the inspiration from. This one, is it? They don't look typical like a carnation, but with this technique we could pull it carnations. There we are. So the carnation one, I get the inspiration. So the sweet pea, it was kind of probably in my head, like how those flowers look, and I started painting one on top of the another. But it also looks a little bit like a very rich wisteria flowers. So you can kind of imagine your own flowers and create your own flowers as well. But I hope those two links help you. The second link I sent, the inspiration came from, I think I have seen some art video, like when they was playing on a piece of paper with this technique. So again, this is where you can get inspired, not necessarily happen it.
The
Signal.
back.
Okay. Guys, I do apologize if the signal, like sometimes we might get cut out. Obviously, we are using Wi-Fi, and it is a hotel Wi-Fi, so I hope we can pull this through and stay with you as long as possible. Sorry, I just need to catch up and concentrate what I'm reading as well. Yes, the smell of the sweet pea is unbelievable. And then I've got ancient friend. For a non-professional, how long would you overlay of your fiber gel last? Mine left after 2 or 3 weeks. No, there isn't an answer for that. So, I mean, there is an answer, but it's not a satisfying answer, maybe. Basically, how long the nails should last, fiber gel, before it starts lifting. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sometimes a skill and the nail technician, sometimes it's a matter of the client's nails. So, say example, on my nails, which I would say are pretty good and strong, and on me being careful with my nails, they can last up to, the longest I had it was 8 weeks, and I had it twice. I do not recommend it. This is like absolutely terrible to do, because there is always accident happening. So the first one, I had it 8 weeks. So we don't want to ever hold the product longer than 4 weeks. 4 weeks is really good time. You don't want to be having overgrown nails as well, so those your clients should come back after 4 weeks to get them filled. And the reason for it is there are incidents happening when they left for longer. And in my case, after 8 weeks, when Patrick's mom was going, we wanted to do her surprise, and we started digging out a new water pond. We had to clear out the old water pond, and you know, the water pond water is very green, and there is lots of Pseudomonas bacteria living in there. I had 8 weeks old nails, and one of them was lifting, and this was my right hand ring finger, because my ring fingers are the weakest nails from all the 10 nails. My ring fingers are always the ones getting for a trouble. And the water got trapped underneath in this lifting, and I got a greenness. It wasn't like a very big thing. I cleaned it up very fast. But because there was a lifting and I had my nails for 8 weeks, that's what happened. So you never want to keep your nails on when they're lifting, or you don't want to keep your nails on when they're too long. And same thing happened, and that's why I'm having short nails. But they're actually amazing in the sun. Oh gosh, I was so tempted to actually take a pictures of them, but they're so grown out already, because they are about 10 days maybe, or 10 days. Oh gosh, time's fly. Yeah, they will be about 10 days now, so they don't look that fresh, but it looks amazing. But what happened with this set, again, it was 8 weeks I had it on, and we was taking a photo shoot. It was actually a really nice one on the swing as well, and I didn't want to end up being in the water. The swing was really high, and I tangled my ring finger on the rope from the swing. I was actually holding myself only on that one hand, because I don't know for what reason, and I slid it all the way down on that swing, cutting my ring finger. I didn't break a nail, but I did lift the actual nail plate from my nail bed a little bit. So this is something we shouldn't be doing. They was too wobbly, too long, too old, and that's what had happened. So if you're getting 2-3 weeks, I would say this is acceptable. I always say it, I know we want longer, and you could do the steps to make them last longer, like, you know, perfect prep. I always use...
It doesn't look nice.
It doesn't, like, 4 weeks, I think is a maximum for nails. But if someone's nails grow fast, even 2 weeks might look sometimes.
Natural nails as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But to make the things good from your side, what you could do it is, before you start doing nail enhancements, clean the nail plate with the blue scrub. That's a nail dehydrator, or any other nail dehydrator, because quite often what is happening is when we're doing the nails, we start... Sorry, it's me, Patrick, wobbling on the table. When we start doing the nails, we bring all the oils which are on the nail plate, we kind of almost massaging them in. So I find that by dehydrating, so first thing when the client comes in, I dehydrate the nail plate before I start anything. There is lots of tutorials when I'm actually explaining what I'm doing step by step, and there is a reason for every single step. Then I would scratch the surface, or I will remove the old product, and then I will dehydrate again. Then I will clean all the dust particles. And I got question, why would you clean it after you have cleaned it? Because sometimes they might be like, I mean, the wipes are lint free, or they might be some dust particles which are just flying on the nail. So I quickly wipe it off, and then I use an extra nail prep, and then universal air bond, and then the fiber gel. So universal air bond acts as a double-sided tape, which makes your gel to stick into the nail plate better. You want to make sure there is no dust, no oils, and there is no obviously cuticles like on the nail plate, and everything is nicely scratched. I quite like to really explain it as well. I need a piece of paper. I'm gonna come back, guys. So when we're scratching the nail plate, I find that also different schools give a different opinion and different advice to the people. My advice is on making the nails last a long time is use oh gosh, we're going a different direction again, but it's useful. Use 180 on the natural nail plate. Nothing like more, because if you use like 100 grit, you would really damage the natural nail. 150 is gonna damage the natural nail. On the natural nail, we use 180 grit, and 180 grit is perfect. You don't want to go 240, say example, because it's not going to be sufficient. You don't want to use a buffer on your nail plate before applying the hard gel product because it's not sufficient. And the reason for it is with the buffer gives it smooths out surface too much. And now, look, so this is a piece of paper, which is our nail plate. And this nail plate isn't scratched with the nail file, which is 180 grit. When we put the product, we put in the product on that full length of the surface, which is, I don't know, 25 centimeters. I don't know how many centimeters A4 is, but let's say 25. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's just roughly that. So we've got 25 centimeter of the surface. If you scratch it with 180 grit, sorry, what is happening, you're creating grooves. You're creating grooves in your nail plate. Okay, let's do those grooves. Okay, so that's are the grooves in our nail plate. And what is happening, like from this 25 centimeters, we get more because the product is going here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there. So you kind of getting more adhesion of the product to the natural nail plate. That's why we need those scratches. I kind of, and this is a very difficult thing because some clients' nails are thin like a paper, and we cannot kind of give this wee extra scratch because we are almost too close to the nail bed. So normally the nail plate is built up of roughly 100 layers, one on top of another. But I find that some clients got so thin nails that even if I gently scratch it, they do not become white. They are still very pink, they are still very oily, and they do not scratch well. You don't want to scratch anymore because it's not going to change anything. It's actually going to make things worse because you're going to be closer to the nail bed, and that's my affect the lasting time. But at the same time, you don't have enough those grip like for the product, and I kind of advise those clients that maybe hard gel might be not the best option for them because their nail plate is too soft. We cannot get a good grip for like an gel. And then I would recommend it different options to them, which might be a gel polish and shorter nails, because with gel polish we have to go nice and short. Fiber in a bottle, which is more flexible gel, medium kind of length nails, so short to medium. And then the hard gel will be for any kind of length people want, but on a different structure of the nail plate. Another reason why they might not last is some health issues. Some hormones is the way the clients dealing with their hands, because I know I've got some clients which might have a habit of like maybe playing with their pinky, and this will be a nail which will only lift. All the other nails will be intact. I will have a client which is typing a lot, and only this nail will lift, not the other ones. So sometimes it isn't our things, is the body things. We're living on a human body. I know the nail plate is like, it doesn't live, but it's still on the human body, and we do so many different things with our hands. That's this is really reflecting on this lasting time. Okay, next questions, guys. But oh no, before I get into the next question, I want to also say it. I always say it to my clients: on the bad news, the product will last around 2 weeks. Do not expect anything else if you take care of them. On the normal news, about 3 weeks. On a good news, 4 weeks. On an absolutely perfect news, 5 weeks. And that's how I follow with my clients. But I also advise them as well that it doesn't count for a mechanical damage. You know, someone could go and really fell down so strongly, or bang somewhere really strongly, or take a start grating a cheese or something and grate off a nail, or cut it with the knife. There is so many other accidents which can happen during that time. Patrick, everyone says hi to you as well. I think that was the moment when you show it in to help me with the phone. Erika from Mexico, hi. Barbara, oh yes, hi everyone. Tammy. And then I've got Isabella asking, what is the best neon pigments you recommend, please? I do not have a best neon pigments. I think they are all kind of similar. When it comes to the neon pigments, I think it is more to the brush we use applying them and the amount of the inhibition layer we've got to apply them. So if you've got lots of inhibition layer, like if your products have lots of inhibition layer, you might get a bit, it becomes almost tacky, like the pigments will mix with this inhibition layer and they don't blend really well. If you use the brush, which is, I would recommend it actually using an eyeshadow blender brushes, and get like the tiniest amount of the product ever, remove the excess from it, and then start applying your pigments. So the brush would be probably more important than an actual pigment, because the pigment is a pure product, as a pigment, and they are so highly pigmented that they are pretty easy to use as long as you've got the right brush to apply it. And definitely the inhibition layer cannot be too much of the inhibition layer. So I would say it, you want to use, so like if I would use it on top of the gel polish, it might be difficult because gel polish has always more inhibition layer. But then if you use it on top of the paint gels, which have tiny bit of the inhibition layer, they almost dry, then you get better results with the same product. So same if you pick up like a different type of the brush, which is quite stiff and you cannot blend it, it wouldn't look good. I hope that did help. Then I've got Nan, wish I could get your one stroke brushes and paint, but until I can get it, I have been using my number 2 flat and angle brush. Yes, they are always an alternative. And guys, if you've got a, say example, a brush which you are using at the moment, but you find it maybe a little bit too big, you could always just tiny bit trim it as well. So this is a tip for those of you. Hi, Krista. And then I've got Trish asking if I sell the brushes. Yes, Trish, we do sell the brushes. We've got a website. Actually, I might give you guys link to the website as well. Patrick should do that. Don't be lazy.
It's done.
It's done. Oh.
Check. Next question.
Okay. I'm sorry. He's well on front of me. Yes, we do have the website. We do post internationally, and I also added we've got lots of new products on the new website as well. Sorry, Patrick, but I cannot sit like all the time in one position. So we added lots of new stuff in there as well. And we've got new collection. The colors are unbelievable. I love it so much. There's a video where I'm showing you that as well. And then because actually of this live video, I have added, guys, something unusual on the website. So you know, guys, I'm doing so many different tutorials for you, like so many different tutorials, and I've got thousands of the different tips with the nail art. And I think in a house I've got probably 10 cases, plus I've got lots of boxes with loose tips, and I'm start having no space. That wasn't me, that was neighbors. And I'm start having no space for that. So I thought I will share those tips with you. And I added this option on our website. So if you guys want it, like you can grab some display tips, the demo tips which I'm using in the demonstration. I will be kind of packing them randomly. I would say anything from a minimum 5. So in a one pack, you will have minimum 5 tips. Sometimes I might put 10, but I need to get rid of them, like because I've got too many. But I don't want to bin them because it's a shame, you know, we spend some time, and I know always when I run the trainings, like, and the girls like come in, and when I kind of put the tips on the side and they look at it and I say, oh, you can take it if you want. She's like, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? Can I take it? Of course. And I thought like this will be a great idea to do it in here because it's really rare for me to keep a demo tips. I tell you the reason for it. I never feel like a demo tips are worth keeping. So usually I get rid of them because when I'm demonstrating something, I'm not concentrating on paint my best piece. I'm more concentrating on educate my best. So whenever you see me doing a video or even recording from the salon, I feel actually, as even with the clients, like they may sometimes end up with something not as usual because I'm concentrating on so many different things, but my goal in that minute is to teach you, to show you like as many mistakes as possible, to show you how to solve the things, to show you all the angles. And believe me or not, so usually when we're recording as well, that's another thing. So when we're recording the phone, like in a salon, so this is me in a salon, like my right eye can see what I'm doing on the client, my left eye and my head would bang over the phone, and this is how I'm doing like actually designs on the clients when I'm recording, guys, for you. So same when we're recording in a house, I've got Patrick just in here, and my hands quite often are in this position, where normally when I'm painting, I like to keep my tip like this, and I like to rest it on my chest so I can really, like, you know, paint nice and comfy, not that way. So I'm never happy with those demo tips, and that's why I don't like, I store them, but I don't store them. I've got a special different case when I can paint in my own piece and create my base pieces. So I thought like, I don't want to bin them because it would be so much shame, because I know like even if I'm not 100% happy, like the girls are always so chuffed with it, like, you know, after the training, when they can grab those tips. And I thought I give you guys those opportunities as well, because basically the YouTube is our training academy, and you've got it a privilege of having it all for free. And learning all those beautiful designs, like all the techniques. I'm not hiding any secrets from you. We took lots of trainings, like how to become a teacher, how to be a good educator. We travel all around the world. We have delivered hundreds of the trainings in different places. And then because I love it so much, we do it for you on the YouTube as well, because it gives us lots of joys. But yeah, now you've got the option as well to own the piece of the display tips, demo tips from me. We have added it for you guys. Okay, reading next questions. Hi, Tammy, who I've gotten here. Marike says, thank you, very welcome. Then Jet, oh yes, we lost the connection for a second. So guys, like, stay with us. Like, we wouldn't switch off until the battery gets done. And I'm not sure how many percent we've got. We always actually run the lives till the battery lasts. You can't, it doesn't show you. Ah, okay. And then, thank you, Nan, for answering these questions. And Nana says, I'm just afraid to order because once they come through customs, I could owe 4-7 as much once they arrive. I think so with United States. Okay, guys, this is a thing. United States, I think it was 90 days when the customs was held to before. So any orders to the United States, if I'm good informed, you was guys not paying any customs because we are shipping from UK, and UK and United States had a duty-free allowance. So I think it, if I good remember, was £800. So any order below £800 was custom free, like no VAT charge. Now the things will change because it's not changed yet, guys. You've got, I think it was hold for 90 days, definitely, maybe longer, I'm not sure. And that's what happened at like some time ago, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, I think, when it was introduced that there will be a tax introduced on all the goods bring to the USA. The UK is gonna be the cheapest one because I think it is gonna jump to 10%. I think on China is gonna go to 200 or 300%, which is so much. But on UK is gonna be 10%, but it's not yet. So at the moment, any kind of orders from UK to United States are not charged with the custom. You can double check it on Google, but guys, different way. Any of you who have ordered, guys, if you order it in past from us and you are from United States, please write if you have paid any customs, because I believe none, because we've got lots of orders from United States, from Canada. Yes, absolutely, and you guys are not charged the fee. We do post different places as well, and then the custom charge depends on the country. I know if you order, I think it's depending also if it's a gift or not gift, but like United States, I think is not charged, and yeah. So we try our best as well when we packing the orders as well, guys. Then I've got Trish. What is your favorite flower to one stroke? I love all flowers. Like, you know, I do really love all the flowers. Roses, they are always so pretty, and I think everyone loves roses as a flowers. My favorite flower in real life is, I love roses, and I more now than before because I know this trick with vodka. If you guys watched me unpacking the video, I have been talking about trick with vodka added to the flowers and putting a boiling water over it as well, so they last ages. And believe or not, Olivia's flowers are still in our living room because I couldn't bin them. They actually was hard when we was leaving the house, so they are about, what was the Mother Day, and oh my goodness, they are a month old. I'm not sure what stage they are now because they probably drink all the water, but they more dry out than they die with this trick. So it's a really good way to save the flowers. For that reason, the roses, I find that the roses didn't last the longest time, so I didn't, this wasn't my favorite flower because I like when my flowers last the long, and the longest, the lilies and the smell of them. Oh, I love lilies. I love freesias. I actually love every flower, honestly. And I'm so happy because Patrick got hooked into the garden as well, and he helps me in the garden now too. So we had it last year. The garden was so pretty, like so many different flowers, and the older it is, the nicer, because I do plant some things like bulbs, and then they come up every year, so I can slowly kind of add up and fill up to my collection with the flowers. And there is so much inspiration from it, like for a nail art, so much inspiration. Okay, here I've got another one. Where does the apex go for long and short nails? Okay, so this is a good question. When I'm doing a very short nails, and again, I try to kind of show you guys, I may actually show you on this nails as well. So they are my excuse because they are my natural nails, so they aren't like that perfect, if that makes sense. But I hope you can guys see it. Let me see it if I'm not too close, because this might be difficult.
No, it's visible.
Yeah?
More down.
More down?
Perfect.
Okay, so you can see the side view of my nail. This is a short nail, so I would say. No, I need to be against black one. Sorry, showing you my...
Here is perfect.
Here is perfect.
Because if you make too close,
okay.
it will be...
Okay, guys. So you can see the apex against the black background, and you can see it is quite close, I would say, to the cuticle. And this is a perfect placement, but it's run through the entire length until the free edge. So what I mean by that, I love my piece of paper. So this is a short nail, yeah? On the bigger picture, you can guys see it better. So, okay, this is a short, this is a nail plate. No, this can't be a nail plate. This has to be a nail plate. So this is a nail plate, and this is a short nail extension, okay? So this nail extension, you can see this is a free edge. So what you want is you want your apex to don't be too close to the cuticle, because it is gonna look very bulky, yeah? You cannot have your apex too close to the free edge, because look what will happen. It will keep lifting your nail your product from the cuticle, yeah? You want your apex to be a little bit from the cuticle, all the way to the natural free edge, because that's the stress point. So this is a perfect placement for my apex. Nothing is gonna happen with this extension now. It's strong enough, and if I bang it really strong, the only place which will break, it will break here. So behind the free edge, okay? It will break behind the free edge, because you can see it on the side. This phone is at like 0.5 millimeter out of the natural free edge. So it will break in here, which is very safe breakage. You want your nails to break in here. If you place your apex there, the nail can crack in here, okay, on the nail bed. And if it cracks on the nail bed, it will be extremely painful. If you place your apex here, it's even worse, because the nail could crack in there. That's your weaker point. And also it's going to be too heavy, okay? I would say the same thing applies to the long nails. But with the apex placement, you have to grow gradually. So what that means is apex is the highest point. So the highest point, like when you've got going from the cuticle, if you started it like this, it will be a very solid wall. You don't want that. So you wanted it to go gradually, and then gradually coming down once you're reaching the free edge, okay? For a very long nails, so this is my long nails, I need to do hidden apex, okay? So to be able to hide in that apex is actually, I'm showing it, I recorded French manicure. It was actually a tough one. I had such a bad migraine. I barely see it, anything, but that's the one, didn't have any for a year, so it was amazing, actually. First one happening after a year, and last year was so terrible. But I'm actually quite nicely showing that on an actual nail about the apex placement and why I'm placing the form that way. So for long nails, I need my apex to be hidden inside the nail. So the free edge is really nice and thin as well, but the nail itself has lots of structure, and I wanted it to break a little bit further out, because the apex needs to run through the longer surface. So my form is gonna go a little bit higher, like I'm gonna lift that higher up a little bit, so everything can be filled out. It's hard to show it on the paper. You need to guys watch this video. I will put it up on next week. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be Monday. I need to decide if I want to do French on Monday or I want to do flowers on Monday. And so it will be either Monday or Wednesday I will do this video. But in other ones, there is quite a lot when I'm showing like that I'm lifting the form up a little bit. So the form is lifted up a little bit. Oh, this is actually quite working. So I'm lifting the form up a little bit, and then I've got those space where I can put a blob of the product, lots of product, but it's very thin around the cuticle area and very thin at the end. And my apex would run to, it's covering most of the nail. So I would say if the extension will be this length, I would just leave it like, make it to go just gradually. So at least two-thirds of the entire neck extension needs to be your apex. Anything shorter is not going to be strong enough. But you don't want to place your apex with the long nails on the top. You want to kind of hide in it with the right form placement. That's why I like sculpting, because they are so strong and they are so thick. I quite often even cut or shorten the nails, and I show you guys, if you watch it, the hairline, so the free edge, hairline thickness. At the end is like a credit card thickness. Even sometimes I go thinner with my nails, and then as I keep shortening it, it can like, so on my extreme stiletto, I would say I've got even 0.5 centimeter of the product, which is crazy amount of the product in my thicker than apex. Okay, another questions, guys. I love those lives. I like to talk a lot. Nan, you mentioned it, lifting of nail plate. I just did that and out nail back. I have got a very short extension on it. It was almost grown back to the free edge. Can I go longer now? Ah, okay, longer. So I normally wear quite long nails, but this time I had to go shorter, and I can feel the difference already. This nail plate, because it wasn't a long time, it's maybe probably losing again. Yeah, it's all good. Guys, tell me it's still there, because yeah, so just tell me if I'm still there. Give me hearts. Okay, so I can, because I wear it for soldiers, those long nails, I get rid of them so fast, and they are shorter set. I don't feel the movement, and I'm not kind of making it worse. So I can already feel the difference. This is not moving as much and stop becoming being painful, and it should really reattach nicely. And then maybe not the next time, but next time I will be able to go back to the long one. So judge the nail plate. If it's nice and strong, you can definitely go longer again, because the nail plate grows out completely. The worst things like is when the oncolysis is kind of getting bigger and bigger, because you've got those empty pocket where the things can go underneath, and eventually it might not reattach itself back in. So guys, never, if your nails are wrecked, like never go long. Like it's better to even have no enhancement if you've got something happening with your nail plate for a long time. And Dennis says, Dennis Ancient Flowers guys says, Nan says she had to, oh no, Nan, yeah, so that's why you paid. Oh, I feel so sorry for you, because you could do it like in a splits, and then you wouldn't be charged the duty. Yeah, so definitely it is no duty for the United States. Orchids, we collect them. We have a commercial groover with a small local retail shop. We get 2 a month. Oh, lucky you. I have got of plant this, oh my goodness, 1,000 bulbs to plant this year. Your garden must be crazy, unbelievable. Then I've got IMSB. Do you remember how it was like when you first started your channel? Any doubts or struggles, motivation, optimism? So when we started the channel, guys, it was, oh gosh, it was a really long time ago. It was 2010, 15 years ago. Oh my goodness, times is scary. When we put the first video on the YouTube channel, it was about 15 years ago, I think. It must be 2010 or something. It was a French manicure, and it is so funny because it wasn't scary. It was done for a fun. It was like we was recording, and actually at that time, 15 years ago, DVD was quite popular. So we recorded like a series of the DVDs with the trainings for a nail technician. And then I thought like, oh, let's do it like another, like some video which we can put on YouTube. We did the French manicure. I wasn't talking. We actually hired the professional photographer back then to do this video.
Because phones doesn't allow you to record.
Yeah, because the phones,
No, the quality.
I don't think so. They even had the cameras at that time.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I don't remember.
No, they wasn't, because I had those Nokia with the thing. Definitely, because we was living here. So the phones didn't have the camera then. So you had to have a professional equipment, camera and everything to be video camera to be able to record the video. We record that video. You can guys actually search it. It got nearly 500,000 views. So that was a lot of views, and build up our channel to 10,000 subscribers. It was 10,000 subscribers, nearly 500,000 views, 10,000 subscribers on one video. And that was back 15 years ago. We just put this video, those one video and maybe like another video, but we didn't upload for many years. I actually even didn't knew this video was so popular. Because we was popular for different reasons, like as well, we was traveling a lot. I was teaching, running international trainings, and I wasn't
even any of the news channel on the YouTube.
There wasn't like many channels even on the YouTube when we started.
But we never check couple years what's happened on the.
But and we never go to this channel for a few years, believe guys or not, until one client, one lady which came in for a training from different town to me, and she says to me, "Oh, have you seen your French? Like it done so well. It all bit like some kind of other different person. Is crazy." And then we went to check it on the YouTube, and we have seen it. It was like, okay, 10,000 subscribers, like, you know, at the like so many views. And Patrick said we went to Australia. Straight after we went to Australia, and we recorded another. Or maybe we done one or two video. We went to Australia, and then we meet another YouTuber. We ran the training there, had so much fun. And we actually recorded even in Australia on the trade show, and they're talking about the lady which had an allergic reactions to products and the things like we was talking about it. And we put that video. We came back to UK and we started uploading more regularly. Then the pandemic hit it in. And then it went boom, because everyone was stuck in the house and so bored, and everyone loved me then. Like on the YouTube. And for that reason, I couldn't travel, because so before pandemic, I was doing what I'm doing now on the YouTube, but I was doing it in person, like traveling different countries. I was putting up the post up like, oh guys, really want to see me? We will just pack the suitcase and go with Patrick and deliver the training there. There was always a host interested in organizing those kind of trainings. There was either nail technician schools or even brands like lots of different trainings. And then obviously we was actually supposed to be in New Zealand as well, but it got cancelled because of pandemic. Then another training got cancelled because we wasn't allowed to travel. And because of that, we start doing it regularly, because I love talk, I love connecting with the people, I love my job as a nail technician, but I also love educating other people on how to get better, because I know how hard it is. And I know how hard it is. And I have been in a really tough situation. So each time when I went for a nail training, I was feeling left alone. If that makes sense, gosh, this is terrible. No, no, nobody cared about me. So what was happening? Like, I was starving for the knowledge. I wanted to be better and better and better. But each time when I was going for the trainings, I was feeling disappointed the way that maybe the person which was delivering a training was too much concentrated on showing off. So say example, a person which delivers a training, take a demo tips and paint this tip for 2 hours to make sure like everything is perfect like Picasso. And then give students, okay guys, you've got an hour to complete your design. That's so wrong. How you can do that? You have to do it opposite. I'm not gonna talk names or anything like that. You have to do opposite. You have to take an hour, put a crap piece on, but explain your students how to paint it so within 2 hours they can produce their best stuff. Like, because this is what it is about the education. In a house, yes, of course, in your own piece, produce the best pieces of your work, put it up online. But when you're delivering a training, it has to be, your students has to be on the first place. I was also really disappointed because when someone was struggling with something, of course, this is normal. I do it as well. Like if someone is struggling, like you want to help them. But the people which are doing really well, they are left alone. So if someone was painting quite nice and like things was good, or even doing a French is nice or structure quite okay, they didn't get any extra tip or knowledge to progress further. It was only those people which was struggling with something and it was so easy to explain for them, like, or even if they do something a little bit better, we've got success. So when I'm saying things, I am saying it really from the bottom of the heart, and I'm trying to give those tips even for those more advanced nail technicians so they can profit from it as well, because there is quite a lot of almost like a hidden knowledge.
People scare you better than they, but are.
I had to ask questions like.
You want to be. If you learn, if you teach someone else, you prefer if someone else will be better than you. That's mean.
Yeah, it's wow.
Is good.
And Olivia is a great. Olivia is a great example of that as well. I want her to be better than I am. And I will tell her, all the students, like, you know, but I want it like, this is, I think this is the proudest moment if the students outgrow the masters, because they've got a piece of their own knowledge, and if I can pass all my knowledge, they've got this combined knowledge. And I love teaching, like that's why we do YouTube, and we do it at, so in a YouTube, again, you can find tons of videos on the YouTube, but there is quite a lot of videos which are done more for a fun, or videos which are done because maybe someone loves it as well and want to share it with others. We kind of try to deliver education. So I'm really concentrating when I'm showing you the things. I'm trying to show you like how to do the things and how to fix the like, you know, like how to improve your work as well, so you can really benefit from these videos. And the talking, we do not play the music in the backgrounds. I talk so much and so fast. But if you do really listen like what I'm saying in every single video, and if you would watch, oh, Patrick is so educated by actually recording those videos. He could be an awesome nail technician, honestly. But guys, I can like really, if you do, I have noticed with Olivia, because she's a really, not even with Olivia, with my girls in a salon, because I do get apprentice all the time and the girls in a salon. I'm trying to pick up their biggest mistakes. And first of all, I'm concentrating on their biggest mistakes, because if I can eliminate their biggest mistakes, they can jump so much higher. Like, and then also I kind of keep giving them those tips so they can really improve. And I can see this progress, like it's crazy, but they do really listen. Like, and I can assure you guys, if you watch those, I don't know, 5 videos from the salon, when it comes to the building the nails, 5 videos from the salon, but full videos, like from the front to the beginning, and you actually really listen to what I'm saying and why I'm doing something, that's you like, probably you wouldn't get this knowledge on any nail extension training which is run in school. Like, really. when it comes to building the nails, because it's impossible.
Is different as well.
Because it's impossible to say everything in a one training. Me as an educator, different day will, I don't mean like say different things, but think different things are more important. So I will say all the most important things, like, you know, all the step by steps, because they don't change. But in addition, I will give you those extra tips, but different day I might feel something is more beneficial.
See the
Situation as well.
situation when some students have a trouble with something, you don't explain that because you concentrate with the stuff which one they have a problem. And
So
the
we,
other needs which one they do, they can have a different problem and they don't know how to do it. So on the video, when you're recording, you show every step which one.
on real people, and every step different type of nails, because that's another thing. I'm trying to pick up different type of nails. So we will have some clients at different ages. We will have clients different ethnicity, like different countries, because this is really matter as well. Like, I mean, even Russian manicures, say example, I do really a quite decent cuticle work and e-filing work to the nail folds on my clients from Eastern Europe. Like, you know, on some Polish girls, on some girls from Latvia, from Russia. I can go and play like really strong. I can go with the cuticle nipper and cut out like a big chunks of meats where you could cook the soup on it and then e-file it and nothing is gonna happen. On my Scottish clients, their skin, most of them are like, especially the young girls, is a paper thin skin. Like they are like, you have to be so gentle and so careful. So none of the situations which you sometimes learning in a school will apply to every single client. Every single client is different and you have to treat it different and you need to meet those situations. So those videos from the sounds are really great for that. I would recommend it also you guys watch like maybe a structure, because when we're doing a nail art, the nail art I'm showing you to first of all train your hands, get you trained like with the product control, learn how to use the brushes, even painting those lines and flowers, swirls are really useful later on, like creating a French. You can bring those designs, like watch how to do the structure. So I've got separate videos where I don't show the full set of the nails, but I'm just only showing how to do the structure on the tips, structure for a coffin shape, structure for a square nail, structure for nails on tips. So you pick up whatever you want and then add any design, which I'm just showing on the tips. This is another good thing. Okay, let's go back to questions. We were supposed to talk about the inspiration, but I'm also so glad there is so many of you and so many questions. We will do another live sooner, like this time, because I think they are great to connect. Like, you know, I am happy we can connect and chat just like that. Okay. Next question. Nan, please point the vodka flower savor recipe. Okay, so what you have to do it is like when you get the flowers, you have to trim them at the angle, then put them for a couple seconds to the boiling water, like just a little bit, so they open up, and then to the flower vase I put water and I put like a shot of vodka that kills all the germs. And what is happening, even guys, if you've got some flowers which are almost gone, try do it and they will lift up, they will become stiff and firm, like, and they will last you so long. So that's the trick. And then I've got Ismin, in your experience, do you think that success with transfer foil really mostly on the quality of the foil, the brand of the transfer glue, or the cure time? Everything. Everything. Curing time is so crucial. And I also find it, and this is so true. So I'm using the same product, okay? So I would use the same product, same brush, same transfer foil, same curing time. And what will happen is my foil wouldn't take so well by the first tip. But when my lamp is a little bit warmer up and like the things are warmer, my foil will take perfect. So my tip, like when I was running a training, what I would do is I would put my lamp on. So instead of taking it from the case, from the luggage, straight away on the table, I would put it on for a couple minutes, and then I would do my trial tip, and then I would do the proper one. I would also check it. The curing time should be changed. This is also so annoying me, actually, the curing times. So there is so much talk about the curing times, about the lamps and everything. Why no one talks about the thickness of the product? This is crucial. I mean, I'm sorry, but if the manufacturer, that's why I'm not saying, that's why I don't say too much about the curing time when I'm doing the videos. And I know that's have been always pointed to us as when we was training as educators, it was always pointed to us, you have to say how important the curing is and you have to give the students correct curing time. You cannot give your students correct curing time if you don't know the thickness they are working with. The product will cure different time at different thickness. And your goal is to apply the product nice and thin. So anyone who is applying the product really thickly, you are risking undercuring of the product, even if you're using like best lamp ever connected to your system. That's why there is so much trouble as well. New technicians don't understand that. The thickness of the product is so crucial. That's why I'm working with the sleep layer and check all my every single video. What I'm do is universal air bond, apply nice and thin layer, massage it and press into the nails, cure it 60 seconds. This is a layer which is having a contact with my nail plate. And because it's so thin, there is no way I could undercure my product. Always. So thin, the first layer which is contacting the nail plate. The first layer, the system has to match. What you put inside, it doesn't matter. Even if they say anything else. It's almost like a sandwich. I mean, you still have to cure it properly, but you can put glitter inside, you can put acrylic paints inside, and as long as you cure it properly and encapsulate everything, it doesn't contact any skin, it doesn't touch any nail plate, nothing. It's just closed inside. It's like you would have something close inside the stone. Nothing is going to happen with it as long as it's properly encapsulated, properly cured. Yeah, so transfer foil. I'm jumping from subjects to subjects. Transfer foil, what I always do it, if I'm painting extremely thin nail art, I would lower my curing time. Because if I cure it, so normally the manufacturer, like see example for the black foil transfer gel. This one is so precise. Normally in the UV lamp, that's the old-fashioned lamps, UV lamp, like the old lamps, UV, the long bulbs, like it was recommended to cure that in 2 minutes, because this gel is an UV and LED gel, because they are also different type of the gels. You can have a gels which only cure in UV lamp, or you can have a gel which cures only in LED lamp, but to make it more complicated, they both emit UV light. So this gel is LED and UV gel, and in UV 2 minutes, and LED lamp 30 seconds. Okay, that's the usual case. Sometimes even 3 minutes was the curing time for the gels, like for example building gels and the lamp, and then in LED lamp we do 30-60 seconds depending on the brand and depending on the type of the gel. But what I find it is with this with the transfer foils, you need to find those sweet points. So say for a normal lines, this is a perfect curing time. If I apply my lines thicker, it's not gonna work. If I apply my lines thinner, extremely thin, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna overcure my product or undercure my product, and then the gel explodes. I think this is a fantastic example on how the nail products are behaving as well. Any other nail products as well. So I hope I help you that with the transfer foil. Another thing which you need to watch for is a type of the transfer foils, because again I have tested it on so many different. So I would grab so many different transfer foils, especially in the beginning. We was actually first people to invite this technique. We was first people to do the 3D roses. Like, you know, now everyone doing them like build up and petals and everything. So that's the two techniques which I can say we was the first ones to bring them in, and then more and more people start doing those things. So I have to go through tons of testing, different transfer foils, different gels. Oh my gosh, like it was so like so long play before we get a nice results. And I remember it was helping me also a lady from the Netherlands, because the factory was in Netherlands where we was getting the product, like making sure it's all right and perfect. But the transfer foil, if you've got a transfer foil which you bend it like this and the things comes off from it, that's a perfect transfer foil. If you bend your transfer foil and it's still almost intact, maybe just a little bit bended, it's not going to transfer well. So this is how I would test it. The more kind of stuff comes off from the transfer foil, the easier it's almost peels off from the foil. Okay? Next question. I am so happy, guys. We've got so many of you here today. Jetson, Josie, all those things apply. Really, I have been doing it for 30 years. Find what works for you. Yes, absolutely. Nicole, yes, we are live. Rachnil says, that's when I meet you. Where did you, which
In Australia.
In Australia. Oh, we had so much fun. And kangaroos, they are so soft, like a wee cute ducklings. Like, I couldn't believe it because they look so rough, but they were so soft to touch, like absolutely amazing. We really loved it, Australia. It was so nice. And Olivia was dressed up as a Disney princess as well. She was so little then. I mean, not that little. I can't believe she's 21-year-old. Crazy. Nicole says, I am a new to gel, and here is a lot to learn in the fiber gels. Less runny than build your gel and bottles because I can't get it from my nail before it's okay. Just give, sorry, I sometimes if I read it loud I cannot understand. I am out there a lot. Is the fiber gel less runny than build your gels? Because I can't get it from my new. Okay, so build okay, fiber gel. So I'm not sure when you're saying fiber gel, do you mean our Desire Nail fiber gel in a pot? It is a build your gel, but it has a nice consistency. It's a medium viscosity gel. So what that means by medium, usually they are three viscosity gels, maybe even four, I would say. Very runny, like, so sometimes you've got literally seconds to put it on. And those gels, I would put it only extremely thin slip layer. So slip layer is my thin layer. And then I would work only in the middle part of the nail, because by the time I lift my brush from the free edge, the product will be just there. So try to, if you're working with those very thin viscosity, they are like water. Try to use the gravity in your, take advantage of the gravity. So what you want to do it is you want to direct your hand low like this. Don't work like that because then it will float cuticles there. The nail goes like that way, so you have to pull it less, the product down the way, and you just gently touch. This is a kind of touches which I'm doing with very runny gel, okay, because it will self-level. You could even, this is a great exercise, what you could do it is you could just pick up the scoop of the gel with very runny one, place it in the middle, almost release it from your brush, and then just drag it down, wait 3 seconds, and you will have perfect nail. Because you are not going to play with your brush and make a holes and uneven surface. It will gradually, naturally, because the natural nail plate shape is like this, guys. This is a natural nail shape, yeah? Think of it. So if you've got a very runny gel and you place it there, what will happen? The gel will run in there itself. So you want to just place it there, and by the time you reach this part, this will be almost where it should be. Then you cure it. You need to also take into the consideration the time, and I am sometimes like, some clients are very fast and some clients are so slow. This is so annoying because I'm trying to calculate my time so I know where to place my gel. If I should place it only a string in the middle, or should I go 3 millimeters away from the sides, or should I go 1 millimeter from the side? So you need to always check the battery.
65.
Oh, yeah, we've got plenty of time. You want to, guys, always calculate them. So first of all, you want to calculate your application time, and you want to calculate the time the client is gonna reach the lamp, or you are gonna reach the lamp. Okay, you need to take that into consideration as well. With the medium consistency, I would place my part, and our gels are medium consistency, which is just spot on, and I tell you in a second why. So the medium consistency, I would leave the gap like maybe, if it's winter time, almost no. If it's summertime, I would leave maybe 2 millimeters too much, 1 millimeter, no, 2 millimeter on the sides. So with the gels, you will work different depending on the season. I love summer because I can be so fast. I can just slap it in the middle and the gel works itself for myself. Client hand goes down, so the gel runs there. And on the sides, because of the curvature of the natural nail. So 2 seconds and the nail is done. With the thick consistency gels, you have to be very precise, and you have to massage them like 3 hours and get them into that places. So I'm not the fan of those gels. But if you slow worker, yes, maybe that is great. But what I'm feeling with, and what I notice most of my students do as a mistake, they play with the gel too much. And even with acrylic is different. With acrylic, you have to play more. But with the gel, you cannot. I want you to exercise it all. So if you're a gel nail technician and you're just starting, please make this exercise. Take a scoop of the gel, drag it just down like this, like leave it in the middle, just like this. Get it rid from your brush and just watch it. What's happened? Your nail will be just perfect. So they are self-leveling, so that's mean when you watch my videos, quite often I would shape free edge, I would shape side walls, I would blend everything around the cuticle area with the file, and I might maybe touch middle if it runs, maybe by accident, because quite often this is another thing when clients hold the hand inside the lamp, they do it like this. So the pinky can sometimes, like for pinky, you have to watch. Clients should also hold their hand like this. Okay, because if they hold their hand like this, the gel is just running to different places, like especially with this applies to the pinky, like mine does it as well. So I make sure I put my hand like this to the lamp, not like that or like that. But this way I get beautifully even apex on the top because the gel did the work for me. So I don't have to file it much. I would just buff it from the middle. But of course here everything needs to be blended because those side walls, like they will really shape your nails. That's where if we go, and you need to make sure they are nice and straight. So it doesn't matter what shape we're doing. If you check the natural nail, one side runs parallel, I cannot always pronounce this word, to the other side, so straight. So it is make a rounded shape, but that's by incorrect filing. So you don't go like that with your file, you file like that. You file like that. Okay, that was good. That was lots of, I think that was pretty good answer for this question. Then I've got hi Victoria. Oh, I didn't see you for a long time. Then I've got Daft. When doing an infill, I don't know how much to remove when I first e-file. I usually remove most too much or too little. Let me explain. So if I'm doing an infill, I've got actually maybe 2 clients like this. They take me, gosh, I don't want to lie, 40 minutes. They were short nails. They come in 3 bands, and all I have to do is remove an old French, remove the top coat, and that's it. Their nails don't lift. And then, of course, shorten them. Their nails don't lift from the nail plate. They've got perfect nail plate. They were short nail enhancement. And I don't have to remove it, anything, rather, only the top coat. Only the top coat and the French or old design. Okay? Then I get a clients which got lots of lifting. And what I'm doing is like, I sometimes have to remove completely. So if the product is intact and is absolutely perfect, we don't have to remove it. We only remove the old design and make sure there is no, like a fill line, there is no, that the product is completely blended with the natural nail plate. But usually it is, if they come in on their appointments regularly as they should. So that is usually a case of 3 to 4 weeks old nails, maybe 4.5 on some clients, 5. I quite often leave my nails for too long, but if they would be perfect, like, and if I would do a fill after 3 to 4 weeks, I would just remove all the design and that's it. The only thing is like, watch out for a danger of the pocket lifting. So I'm always, first of all, filing off the design only. This way I don't produce the heat friction as well from the file. If there is some lifting, I might remove that. Any other places I leave it intact, and then I re-inspect the nails once I clean the dust, because sometimes things are not visible. I'm searching for anything which might be hiding under the gel, because this is always very hard to spot. So sometimes it's even like when the surface is matte and filed, you cannot see it, but when you clean it with the blue scrub, you can actually see there is maybe a lighter surface or something is suspicious, and then you would remove it as well. So there isn't an answer like we have to remove a certain amount of the, I mean, there is an answer, but there is no answer. The amount of the product depends on the condition of the nails, okay? So everything is intact, we leave it all, we just remove all design. Tiny bit of lifting, we only remove those tiny bit of lifting. Lots of lifting, we have to remove lots of product, and sometimes we have to remove all and just start fresh. When I'm answering the questions as well, guys, like if you've got more questions appearing after that, you can just add them on as well. Gosh, I'm not sure how many I've got because I'm just going one by one. Nicole says, oh, have fun on, Nicole, have fun on your course next month. Like, I still remember mine course, which I took, that was back in 2004. That was back in 2004, my course. Like, yes, I remember. It was so exciting. 21 years ago. So that was my first proper training. But I was doing nails like, you know, for the friends, family, nails, hair, makeup. I think I was always like this. I was always into the beauty so much and creative things and painting. Like, I remember as a child, I would paint. Oh my goodness, my parents did, we had like in Poland, if you live it in the flats, you would have quite often access to like gardens. They was called działki, like gardens basically. So my dad built like a mini house in there, and I was painting like Disney characters all over the walls. Or in a house, I would paint some kind of swirly bits and pieces and the flowers. I will hang lots of different flowers, decorate for Easter, decorate for Christmas. And I think this just stays with me. Same for the clothes. I was mad after like, you know, wedding. It's so funny. Can you imagine me be dressed up all in like pink top, pink trousers, pink shoes with the curly hair, because my natural hairs are kind of like curly, wavy. So I was always wearing very curly hairs or like dress up all in blue. crazy. Oh, it was so fun, like so young then. But I would say, yeah, so 21 nails when I'm professionally qualified, and I start doing it like, gosh, years before that. At least 6 years before that. I always had my nails painted. And it's funny actually because I had my nails always painted either French, so it was normal nail polishes then. And at the time when I was doing trainings, the gels was just kind of coming out to the market. There wasn't even a gel polishes or the things like that, no builders in a bottle. The most popular technique at that time was acrylics. But before I start my training, I was wearing my natural nails, which was actually quite long. And I had either a French manicure or I had them painted white. And then with the glitter particles, which was rounded shape, I was doing wee flowers. Oh, I remember those white nails. And I still love white nails. I don't know why. Like, white is my favorite nail color to wear. It just goes with everything. Then I've got Nan, finding a good mentor and you extra information. I was able to go from beginner to the equivalent of 5 years experience, and I came into the game late in life. Yes, absolutely. Like if you got guys good educator and you're really willing to learn, you can progress so fast. And it's not even a number, because quite often people ask me, even a new girls which we're getting like to train up, how long, like how many years before I become like great nail technician. It doesn't depend on the number of years, but the number of clients you have done and time spent with it. Because I might get the girls which say, example, I will teach them something in person, and they wouldn't do anything on their own. They wouldn't do any research. They wouldn't practice after that. You know, they will forget some things because it's normal, a normal human thing that we do sometimes forget the things. They wouldn't progress. Like, I am starving for a knowledge. And I think in different aspects, it's not only in the news, I am starving for a knowledge in all interesting things, which I find it like interesting. Like, you know, even like chemistry of the products, like how this all works together, like why, you know, the gel might stings in the lamp. Like, I want to be able to answer all these questions to my clients. And back when I started doing the first trainings, like attended the first trainings to become a nail technician, I always felt like this isn't enough. I need to do something extra. And I was doing homework. I was even staying like after a training. I was always the one to search for more. In one stroke, like I will go back to one stroke, but even to my nails, guys, there is on the live videos I have been showing many times how my nails have been looking like before. They weren't like anything. Wow, they were all like white, misshape. Maybe they wasn't lasting this great. So we all start somewhere. And if you do really dig in for this knowledge and you spend this time on practicing, like there's no way like someone couldn't do a French nails if they would really they would really do 100 Frenches. If you do 100 French manicures, there is no way you cannot do French manicure. But you have to do those 100 French. You have to do 100 one-stroke roses.
Years.
Not in 10 years. That's another thing. Not in 10 years, because you will kind of go back. So you learn something and then you forget. Your hand is not going to work the same way. So you have to do those things in a short period of the time. Like practice, 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 and one more time practice. I couldn't paint a face. Like I couldn't paint an eye. I couldn't do all those things either. So it definitely comes by practice. And I think, guys, you've got also a little bit easier, like the people which are just starting now as a nail technician. You've got harder and easier, okay? So you've got easier because of the amount of the free knowledge and education you've got. Like I had to buy the books. I had to pay like for tons of like private trainings. And I was actually loving the ones which I was enjoying the most was the one-to-one trainings, because then it was only me and the educator, and they had no escape from me asking all the silly questions and going into the depth with the things. There is no silly questions. That's kind of like, you know, me starving for a knowledge. Those kind of trainings are best. But you've got, guys, like so much knowledge which is available like for free and everywhere, like really everywhere. It wasn't like we didn't have, like when I started as a nail tech, internet was like kind of just showing up. Like I would say, no, it was there because no, it was there. But like there wasn't anyone even on Facebook doing a news, like there wasn't many YouTube channel. Those things didn't existed at the time, and now we've got everything. So it's so much easier, but at the same time you guys got harder, because they are those not unexpected, they are those oversaturated, like almost impossible expectations. What this means, say best nail technicians, like really top nail technicians, doing those amazing sets of the nails, which take them, I don't know, 5 hours, like, you know, or 3 hours, but they are like, oh my goodness, those nails are so amazing. No one says that they took 3 hours or they took 5 hours. And then the clients comes in and they want those sets done within an hour. It's unrealistic. Also the shape of the hands, the shape of the natural nails. You get like a model hands like going on, no wrinkles, like, you know, everything so slim, beautiful nail beds, no natural cuticles going on. And the pictures are taken on those hands, and then you get a real client, you know, which got like a bit of arthritis, like their nails are bitten, cuticles are bleeding, even before you touched it. And if they come in with those kind of pictures and expect those kind of work, it's not going to happen. And I think you need to be honest with yours. I mean, yes, you can do your best still, but you need to be always also honest with the clients. Like that's a makeup would be a good example. A same makeup is going to look different on different face, and same hairstyle is going to look on different person, completely different. So you've got harder, guys. You've got harder because of those artificial intelligence nails. And quite often people do not, there is still lots of people which do not see the difference in between an actual real nails and artificially created nails. They can be great for inspiration, but it's never going to be exactly the same. You know, it wasn't human made, so we can go quite close. We can maybe make it even more interesting sometimes, because that they can do, the artificial intelligence can do quite a lot of mistakes as well in their designs, or some things look funny, so we can improve from that. But obviously results are going to be different. Results are also going to be different because of the lighting. I am actually quite good example of it as well, guys, because if you check my finished work on the nails and then the thumbnail picture, I do not edit my pictures at all. Like, I mean, I do not touch like the things, you know, like, of course I clean the hands, I get my clients to go and wash the hands, but I do not re-edit the things. So if there is any mistakes, there is a mistake. But in general, the hands looks really nice and flattering, and the nails looks brighter, better. The reason for it is the lighting. So see, we've got quite bad lighting, like in here, and the nails wouldn't look that pretty. I love taking a picture of the nails outside, but not in the sun. The sun it's actually Patrick teach me that. I have learned, same with my face, so same with the nails. If I get a very direct hard light, like harsh light, every single line and mistake is gonna show on my face and on the nails. Yes, I look like 100-year-old granny. But guys, I'm gonna go till I'm 100, honestly. So if the light is soft, so usually close to the sunset, or in a shadow, looking, or when it's cloud because they diffuse the light, or in a shadow looking at the sun. That's when I'm looking so pretty. And that's when
you have hard lights.
now I've got heart light. Yeah, I know.
That's not much.
I am actually dreading to see. I'm actually dreading to see this live later on how I look. Don't even put this one because that's what make you nervous, don't you? I look so ugly anyway already today, showing all my bad angles. But with the light, so the light is diffused, and that's when the nails looks the most pretty. Because if you do it on the nail desk lamp, sometimes first of all the light might distract the look of the nails. The reflection of the lamp can hide some part of the really important detail, or it can give almost a funny shape sometimes to the nails. So I'm taking my pictures outside in a shadow or those diffuse light, and then they look nice and pretty. That's another tip for you. Oh, Nan, thank you and welcome. Yeah. Yeah, that's on real life Photoshop, and it's same working with the face. So guys, if you want a good selfie or a good picture, try it. Like, go before the sunset and look almost at the sun. So the sun is gonna be so diffused that it will like give you such a beautiful face. So just look at the sun and then take a selfie. But thank you so much, Nan, and I'm so happy to welcome you to the channel, lovers. And then we've got, what other questions I've got? Sorry, I'm just, this light is so harsh. That's actually that's why I couldn't read it. I've got black background on this font and white background on this font. And when I know it's very dark, and when I look on this light and then go into the phone, my eyes go. What we've got? I got lost. I'm relaxing. Okay. You chatting, guys. You chatting, Patrick, as well with Victoria. Okay. Okay, I'm fine where I am. I am still admitting all the glitters. Thank you so much. Okay. I have been doing nails 35 years. Rashi, wow, that's a really long time. How come I used to take 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, and now it take me 2 hours? Oh gosh, you know, this is what I am scared of. So Raj, you are 35 years of experience. I don't know how old are you. I am how many years experience? Patrick is better at math. 2004, 21. Yeah, 21 years. Okay. Oh my gosh. So add me 35 minus 21, 14. Add me 14 more years of doing work. Because the lady says she's 14. Imagine myself in 14 years' time. I will be taking 5 hours because my hands will be shaking. I will go blind. So that's the thing. Obviously, we are our best when we 20 till we 60, I would say. From 20 till 60 years old, maybe 20 not, because 20 you might not have experience, but 4 years experience is enough. I would say I was 21.
And she have already...
She's really good. She got 4 years experience. Yeah. 16, 5.
Depends how you cut.
Oh my goodness, she got 5 years experience.
When she done first design.
First design, she done like when she was 3 years old. First training, she was like this. She was, I don't know, 6-year-old. She was doing 3 roses. Yeah, okay, but this is normal. This is unfortunately so sad, and I know it will relate to me as well. Like, instead of going better, I will start going worse, because it's a body. It's a normal thing. So we are our best once we catch so much experience. So we usually need about, I would say, about 5 years. So Olivia is at her highest, like at her starting her good and her highest. She is missing going a bit more into extra knowledge. She's quite good on those nails, but I think she would need to take some additional training. So she might need maybe another 5 years, so 10 years for Olivia. I would maybe not to be like top-notch nail tech. Like I'm talking about top on the world, like almost 5 years. If she really wants that, because I wanted, like, you know, so I went really fast because I was desperate for that. I spent 7 days, 24 hours talking about nails and doing the nails and taking on extra trainings and all. So you kind of go and you reach your peak, and you in this peak for so long, you will still get better because your knowledge will expand and everything, and then eventually we kind of start going down because there will be a damage. That's why I'm so also careful when I'm doing the clients. You, the boss guys, like for those of you who are a nail technician for such a long time, please keep that in mind. You want to oh yeah, he wants to show. So I've got actually an injury I need to show you guys as well. So basically what is happening, no, I don't do that. No, first of all,
do that.
no, first you need to relax for a second. So I would hold a client hand, and what will happen is, now this is relaxed, but don't do it strongly because this finger is dead. Try to look what I'm doing. What will happen is he creates almost like
I'm pulling up.
He would pull up, and I actually had a crack in my bone, like a big ganglion coming out from my thumb from client constantly doing it. And this was healing for a good few months because I was still working. You know, I had this finger broken and I was working. I had twisted. I actually never let down any client, no matter what. Like never, ever.
How many clients you done in one day there?
Oh gosh, 13 was my record. 13 nail extension in one day.
And when was no Bulgarian gel and...
That was Bulgarian gel. Bulgarian gel. Yeah, 13 nail extensions. That was so stupid. But in one day. But yes, if you've got so much experience and if you're doing it for your job constantly, watch for those kind of things. So you are now I am sitting so terribly bad. My nail desk is designed the way I cannot cross my legs, because normally when I'm sitting, I am always crossed legs, always crossed legs. On my nail desk, I'm sitting like this. So the chair height is just at the perfect level, so I can see it at the correct distance.
You not block the veins under the...
I'm not blocking the veins on the nails, on the legs. My back is nice and straight. My client's hands needs to be relaxed. At the time when it did started with my with my thumb, I actually dropped some clients. I don't do them anymore because I couldn't. You know, that was me risking by taking those one or two. I just didn't book them the next appointments. The ones they had it, of course, no problem. But the next ones, if they wouldn't relax their hands, some of them actually learn by this and they really start relaxing their hand. Sometimes the relaxed hand isn't by the client. Like they don't do anything. The only thing they do is, instead of having a bended arm, so my hand rest is here, the dust collector is here, and their hand has to be like this. But what is sometimes happening, the chair of the client is too far out and they have their hand like this. If their hand is here straight, they are going to push all the force into you. Okay, so their hand here has to be always bent. The client needs to sit like this in order to don't bring in all the force. So imagine I'm trying to push this table. If my hands are bended, there's no way, I cannot push it. Can you see it? I cannot. If I straighten them, of course, this table would land on the other side of the room. So keep that in mind, because this will be slowing your work. Any kind of pain in your hands, in your joints. Vision is going, like, you know, when we're getting older, like it is changing, and like with my migraines, like my vision can go, like I can go like completely blind sometimes on the one eye, or like I can see pretty blurry as well before my periods. Those kind of things will affect the time of your work, because we need to spend more time on painting those Frenchies and all those kind of things. So I know I will go slower as well. That's the reason for it, unfortunately. Uh, I've got Kim Influencer, the foil hack. I am so grateful for that. Finally, I have the best results. Thank you so much, Dorota. I am doing the water-based acrylic. Love it. Greetings from Netherlands. Oh, Kim, tell me the hack, like which one helped you the most, because I've got actually quite a lot of hacks, so the others can see it, which exactly hack helped you, because I've got lots of hacks with the transfer foils. We was really trying to master this technique like as much as possible. I love it, Netherlands. Oh gosh, we had so amazing time in Netherlands, like many times. But it was also exhausting times, because the trainings in Netherlands, guys, this is a torture. That's a true trainings. Like you're running from the morning till for educators. We did run quite a lot of trainings, like when I was teaching other teachers how to teach the nails. So like it wasn't just nail technicians, but other educators, but they usually quite tough.
35 countries.
Yes, very, very, very tough trainings, guys. Like from the morning till the night time, homeworks, like, but you really came out from it like so packed. So Netherlands, I love it, and I love it. Their bars and tables with the heated heaters. I think they should do it in the UK. Like it would be so much nicer. I don't know why we don't do it in UK. Like the heaters and the umbrellas over the tables and everything. People could spend there. We've got so much rain going on. I think it will be just much nicer and cozier. Again, Victoria and Patrick are having their own chat. Oh, Patrick got 2 accounts, I think. He even put some video up like years ago from the gym. Sons of Natures, yeah.
But I didn't do because I'm too busy with your
he's too busy with my channel, so we only concentrate on here.
That's why on my social media it's nothing. It's just do
News and photographies for me. No, and clients as well.
Of course. No time for my social media.
Then I've got Kelly. Why does my foil gel yellow my gel polish, especially white? Even thought I top coat first. Foil gel yellow my gel polish. It might be just the color of the foil gel, but usually even if you put the foil gel, you never leave it on your own. You cover it with the foil. Or it might be over-cured. But it could be also the pigments, because it's not necessarily like any kind of clear gels. This is the thing. If the clear gel have a blue hint to it, it's not gonna turn your white yellow. If it's having a clear color, like notice, guys, even when you're doing like, that's why I never use a clear gel on its own. Like the fiber gel, the clear gel is actually quite nice and stays clear because it has those blue hint to it. So if your clear gel has a blue hint to it, any kind of gel, that's mean it's not gonna turning any colors yellow. If it doesn't, it means it's gonna turn it's the dyes and the gels which prevent it. It's like almost like imagine you've got yellow hair and you want to put the purple dye in it. Purple blue dye shampoo is gonna optically make them whiter. And that's the things with the gels. If there is a dye in the gel, it's optically making things whiter and not yellow. If there isn't, if this dye isn't present in those gels, they will give those yellow hint as well. But with the transfer foil, like, I don't think so it's a big issue. This big issue would be if you're putting a clear gel over a French and then it is visible. But I know also over the time the clear gel tend to sometimes change the color. I see it sometimes. I get the clients after different sounds or different places, or like I would feel acrylics and things like that, and gosh, they are almost brown. It's unbelievable. I like the things a lot because I love encapsulated glitter, but as a base I usually choose
for most of my clients, milky pink gel. Those milky shades are stable. They don't yellow that much. They make a really nice and healthy color of the nail bed, and I love it, and also lift my gel polishes colors as well. So that's regarding these questions. I'm usually kind of going wider with all the questions. Then I've got Nicole. I'm going to do the flower and a bee look today with crystals and your black foil gel. I love the crystals and brushes so much. I'm so happy you love them. Oh, the bee. I actually done the bee. I loved the bee and the honeycomb design. That was so pretty as well with the gold foil. I actually love gold foil as well. The black foil gel is actually really hard. Like for someone who is inexperienced. Oh, sorry guys, I've got my bum like sore already. For some of you who is just starting nails, it might be a pretty tricky one. It's not the easiest one because you need to have spot on curing and the thickness and everything, but I quite like the results it gives. So for those of you who are just playing with it, like actually mixing them both is perfect. And the transfer foil gel glue, the clear one, that one is easy. You can almost like touch it, clean it with the blue scrub. Yes, I would fancy some water, Patrick. Then this, oh, losing the internet. And then I've got a question here. Can you use regular acrylic paints like canvas art for nail art? So they might be not allowed. Like I don't think so. It is allowed even by the law to be able to use it. You might be not. I know in some places it is prohibited actually to do that. So you will need to check it. If they are an oil-based, like, and I find that most of them are kind of those oily consistency, they might be also toxic. You will really need to check it and make sure, first of all, they are water-based, and then they are not toxic. Because they are not, their usage isn't for, so same like with the glitters, you might have the glitters which can be applied like on the walls, and then they are glitters which can be applied on the human body. So you need to really check on the regulations in your country. And I had them as well. So when I started, I had them as well. I had paints from eBay. But as I say previously, like they were too oily and they weren't mixing that well. So watch out for that. Thank you, Patrick. And then Nicole say, I feel like they give more work. We have no internet.
No, it's back. 100% is back.
Guys, are we back? Tell me. Gosh, I need to hurry up. I'm answering so long. Where we are. Okay, I got lost again. And then mean keep feeling, oh no, okay, we was Bulgarians. So in the bottle, they are sometimes, I find it like, they are more difficult, guys. They are so much more difficult to apply because, I mean, we improved the brushes, like the Nail Perfect has improved the brushes for the gel polishes and the Bulgarians in the bottle, which is a game changer because the previous brushes, I was like actually so annoyed. It was too soft for the consistency of the gels. They are great for natural nails, like for someone who is needing a little bit more than the gel polishes. But I am scared of the industry is going a little bit wrong way, the way trying to go for a lazier option, which is more difficult to build up the apex. I think the application time would be probably longer.
Usually, because they are kind of the builders in the bottles, rubber bases, like, and those kind of products, I feel they are also harder to file. They are more flexible, but they are harder to file. Like, and in overall, I think I am more fan of the builder gels, like on gels in a pot, because they are so much easier to file. They are more durable. They are easier to apply, and faster. The only time I would use the builders in a bottle is when the natural nail plate is really weak, but you don't want to extend those nails. You don't want to let the clients wearing them long. They should wear their nails short, and this is a product which will allow their nails to last longer time because it's working together with their nail plate, because hard gel is hard. So it doesn't move that much with the nail plate, which might result in more lifting than the builders in the bottles. But we have to be careful with those builders in the bottles as well, in the matter of, like, I have seen so many work with the builders in the bottles which are just excessive, too long, and I don't think so this is a product which supports such as long extensions. I also find it, like, when we talking about those kind of things, hard. Why I am so much of a fan of the hard gel. I am so much a fan of the hard gel as well because it doesn't soak off. So any product which is soaking off, and I think this is an awesome. I swap Olivia for a hard gel now, and we was doing fiber in a bottle. It's lasted pretty well on her, but on two. Because she's got pretty thin nail plate. So she's got quite beautiful long nail plate, but she's got thin nail plate. And that was the reason why we start using the builders in the bottle, because it could work together with her natural nail plate, which is like really thin. You know, she's still young and I know it will harden. So the hard gel was risky in a matter of lifting because being too hard. But then the fibers, the gels in the bottles, they are soakable products. So each time when she would use like a nail polish remover, like, or the things which can actually soak off the product, she would soak them off. And I think, like, this is soak off products are best for that reason, because sometimes clients can use an acetone or like nail polish remover to remove their toes, or, you know, there are also some other. Those products are designed to have pores, so they can get dissolved, they can get soaked off, and the hard products don't have pores, so they lasting longer. They wouldn't catch the dirt as much, they wouldn't yellow this much. That's why I am a fan more of those kind of products. And again, no one asked me about this question, but I might say it as well. And I also prefer, for that reason, I also prefer gel over acrylic, because I find it, they both can look exactly the same, because I have done it both. I have done acrylic stilettos, French square nails in acrylics. They both can look exactly the same, acrylic and a gel, as the end result. But the acrylics, like, it's more porous. I know we can apply like a top coat, but even like going from underneath, I find that it stains faster on my clothes, and I love wearing black clothes, so, and white nails. So I am all the time black, nearly. No, I'm start wearing lots of red now, jeans.
Just on the summer usually.
On the summertime, yeah, but usually I'm black. So imagine, like, you know, any kind of porous soak of top coats and things like that would go really stainy on me. Okay. Nan says, I love the perfect rose color, and I have a newer pink one. I might order one with the one stroke suppliers. Nan milky pink. So perfect, so color, and I have newer pink one. Okay, so perfect rose is the one which I'm using because I'm wearing French quite a lot. Perfect rose is for French. For baby boomers, for my clients' nails, milky pink. And most of the times I love perfect rose with French. This is my perfect combo, my favorite one. And this is a color which I could wear on its own as well, because it camouflages the free edge. So milky pink, you can see free edge through it. That's why I also use it for most of the clients, because I can see through and check what is going on their nail plate. If there is any hiding things, or like, you know, things happening. So I can always inspect their nail plate. And then the perfect rose for concealing the free edge. We also have a stronger color, which is cover nude as well. This one has like a really camouflage effect, and I would recommend it. This is a good thing to say. If you ever working, guys, so clear gels gets penetrated by light better because it's clear, so the light penetrates better. The more color the gel has, so the more pigments is in it as well, and the harder the light penetrates through it. So every single time, guys, you are using also cover gels, I do recommend it putting a clear layer first and then the cover gel on the nail plate. And Kim says, when you use your phone, your signal gets weaker, possibly because we are on the Wi-Fi, but I think it could be, we are in a hotel and it's already, oh gosh, we are over 2 hours now. It's already 10:15 in here. And I believe what's happened is the amount maybe of people using, we are connected to the hotel Wi-Fi.
Microphone, maybe.
Microphone. Yeah? Wi-Fi?
Maybe.
No, I think it will be a number of the guests.
As well.
Number of the guests. Nan says, hope everyone got good weather. We actually got not too bad weather, but it was such a crazy storm. Patrick catch the thunders, like an actual thunder. It was crazy. He did so many different pictures. You can, Patrick, show it, and I better keep answering those questions. Because after drinking all this water, I was warm enough. Yeah. Any tips when working with your less dominant hand? This is always first to fit in such short time after applying my after applying my extension. I am always wonder that I have over file. Could be. So when I say it on the beginning of this video, thank you, Patrick. They're awesome. When I was saying previously, if we do have too much, if we file too much, we are closer to the nail bed, and this isn't good, guys. So like that could be the reason for it, but also maybe you are less precise with this hand. So that could be the reason. And another reason for it is you are using this hand. So even if you do everything perfect, this hand should lift more, because if you are working with your not dominant hand, you are not using this hand to do anything. You're using this hand. So your right hand will be always worse stage, because you have been banging it more, you opening cans. I'm not saying you're doing it, but even if we very careful with the nails, we still work more with this hand. So there will be more lifting happening. Even scratching, guys, like, I mean, even if you done the hand done with not dominant hand will lift more, because if you want to scratch yourself, this is the hand. You are not going to scratch yourself with left hand. Patrick. It depends where. Yeah. No, I would usually scratch myself, I think, with the on the leg. Which hand would you use? Left? No, right, because you're right-handed.
On the right hand phone, so I'm used left.
Okay.
So it depends.
I mean, the point of it is we use this hand more.
The hand which one you use more.
Yes, will lift faster. And then on top of that, the fingers actually which we use faster. So usually will be those three, but I find it like for some reason, like I get also clients which pinky might lift. That could be the reason.
Play.
Yes, they could even play like this, or it could be the lamp issue. When I say when the clients hold their hand like this and they hiding the side of the pinky is not cured properly. So that could be another reason. And Daphne says, no, I am. Okay. Okay, then I've got Dorota. How often do you compete? We don't compete much really now. Like it used to be crazy. Like I mean, there was a year like when we would compete like and do all the kind of competition going on. And then once you've got a big chunk, you don't do it that much. And another thing, it was like my student was competing as well, so I think it would be a bit weird and strange to go and compete against your own students as well, like, and then also I was judging in those competitions as well, so like it is more difficult now to go and compete, I would say. But I was doing it for a fun. Like, first of all, we loved traveling. So because we are living in the middle of nowhere, we was loving like traveling to all the different towns, like, you know, and have those adrenaline. I hope actually Olivia maybe would fancy compete as well. She almost got an idea what she would love to do. So I think competing is great when you kind of starting and you want to build up your clientele, because it definitely did boost my number of the clients. You know, the clients were so impressed like with some awards and the things, and then each time we kind of wanted to have different challenges. So the first one was like, oh, we need to win some award, like, I mean, it will be awesome, you got one, like then another one, then another one, and then you kind of stop having fun from it because you had it so many times. So it's, imagine like you go on your first holiday, but then if you've got like, or you see something first time, it's like, wow, Northern Lights, there we are. That's a great example. When I saw the Northern Lights first time, it was like, oh my goodness, this is so pretty. That's unbelievable. That's amazing. And now when the Northern Lights are happening and I'm like, we going with Patrick, we're thinking, should we go or not? Like, you know, we have seen it so many times that it's not that much exciting anymore. So at first it was exciting. Then we set up another, and now isn't as exciting anymore. Then we set up another. Yeah, the Northern Lights was really nice to start with, but now they are not wowsing us, you know. We then put it next challenges, and the next challenges, this is our very close to our house. Next challenges was like, okay, let's do maybe some magazine covers. No, then was magazine publication was before competing. You was happy to get a magazine publication, and I start collecting them. Like I had like a huge album, and I was like, oh yes, I'm in magazine, and it was like a one small picture or something. Then you had like an editorial text, write it in, and it was like, oh yes, we got a full page, you know. But then once you had like few pages, you wasn't excited, you wanted more. So the next one we wanted was cover, magazine cover. You know, once we got the magazine cover, that's it. You kind of like happy, you got your challenge, and you don't feel the same. My first ever first place was the best one ever. And you don't feel it.
And actually you will stop compete because the judges.
But the judges, yes, but like.
You start judging. And
that's the main reason, but it's also, yes, I say it on the beginning, I said, you didn't listen. That was main reason, it was judging, and also my student was competing in competition as well, which would be very unfair on them, you know, like they come in for a training, and then I would compete against them, like, sorry, but that's not okay. Yeah, we got the cover, and now it isn't as exciting like anymore. So we wanted more. We wanted to launch our products, and you know, like we did it, and it's kind of like little steps in your career. Now, also with the time, like I really want to concentrate on education. Like I do really feel like I want to educate, like, and this is my really big reward. This is my biggest reward, like seeing other people succeeding. Like I'm so proud of Olivia. I was so proud of like another girl, you know, which go and open up her own salon and like manage it so well. Like it is really, really, it gives you lots of joys. It's like sometimes giving a present to the people gives you more joy than receiving those presents.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, you know, like this is.
definitely what we
Yeah.
yes. And on the spare time we do photo shoots.
Yes. Oh, Nan, thank you so much and welcome to the channel, lovers. Ah, mwah. Thank you so much, guys. It's mean a word to us, really. We appreciate it so much. Oh, stop it, Huawei. Which one you showing?
This one.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. I don't like, see, I don't want to sometimes spam you guys. We will be doing sometimes those live video where you can kind of meet our crazy life. We've got also different social media as well. Like we do open it some TikTok, Dorota Patrick lifestyle when I'm kind of putting crap in there. Like, you know, live. Because we love, this is where you get the inspiration from. We travel a lot. The photo shoot from yesterday, I put it as a cover of this live video.
Okay.
So we do travel a lot, and that's where we get inspired so much. Then got my school at the end of the COVID was. Oh no, I've got more. Gosh, Patrick, I'm talking too much. I need to answer all these questions. In summer, when gel is runny, I put it in refrigerator to make it think. Okay, harder. Guys, watch it with the putting the. Do not distract my followers, guys. Okay. So Dan says that in the summer months she puts her gel to the fridge. Guys, watch it like putting into the fridge or into the heater is okay as long as you do it just for a very, very short period of the time. You don't want to change the things too much. Like imagine if you leave it for too long in a fridge, this isn't kind of room temperatures. I wouldn't play too drastically with the temperatures when it comes to the gels. I do put my gels. Oh gosh, I'm tapping microphone. I do put my gel on the heater, but it is gonna be like, you know, like literally like 2 minutes on the heater, and then no, 2 minutes maybe not, like 5 minutes on the heater, and then take it off so you do not heat up the container too much. You don't want to go drastically from like one thing to another. And Nan says she practices every day. Well done. Like, and I have seen it, guys. We've got this group on Facebook, which Patrick has opened it as well. And I do see some of your works as well. Like, and it's so nice to see the progress of like people putting the pictures up on the one stroke. And I have seen it, how it was looking like a year ago and how it looks now. I can really see those differences as well. And I was seeing this difference in my work too. Yeah, Victoria, you should practice more. Patrick, check on Victoria. She needs to practice more.
Victoria, practice more, please.
Put the pictures up for checking on the group.
Yeah.
And Nan says, I hadn't used tips in 3 years, but a few clients have asked it, so now I am practicing with tips. Tips are easier, I think. Like, I think tips are much easier. They are harder to, like, you need to apply them and you need to blend them, but they are easier than the forms, I would say. Sometimes people think they might be more time consuming. The good tip I can give you is I always blend. There's a videos when I'm showing different types of tips as well, because for biting nails and nails which missing quite a lot, I like a full well tip, which I'm trimming the pocket, and then for like a long nice nails I would use those kind of longer tips with the shorter pockets, because I do not miss that much of the natural nail. But what I'm doing usually, I'm saying to my students like the blending part, because that's what usually takes the people too long time, is imagine you want to hit 1 millimeter below it. So we will always hit at that line, not a natural nail. So try to hit it 1 millimeter below it. Start it always with this and then do the buffing, like not buffing, scratching the tip. And I always also recommended doing exactly so in a head. Oh, with the tips. I actually have been saying it on the videos as well. So when you're cutting the length, make sure you cut to the right length so you don't have to file it. The file should just correct the shape so slightly. You don't want to lose this time. For almond shape, I'm cutting off those corners so it's much faster. And then the sizes of the tips, learn your size. So I know my size and I know every single client. I don't need to search. I can just go and pick up the tip because I know the size of the client nails straight away by judging my size of the nails. And most of the clients is the same. So this, the pink is always a size 10 or 9. I am 10 because I am kind of medium, you know. But so most clients is 10 or 9. Then this one is going to be size 6. This one is going to be size 5. This one is a size 7. Because this one is usually a size smaller, or they both the same, like pink, ring finger and index finger. And then the thumb, I am size 2. So 2, 3. So the clients are kind of usually the same because it's an average size of the hand. But if their hand is bigger, I just up it one time. If their hand is smaller, I make it down. It's so much time saver. You don't have to search for those tips. And another thing, what they teach me in school, oh gosh, this was terrible. They teach me in school to take out the tip, place it on the table, take out the tip, place it on the table. That was so terrible. 3 hours later, yeah, you just take it, glue it, take it, like try it, then glue it, take it, try it, glue it, cut it, all of them. And you have to do one thing at the time. So you do all gluing, all cutting, all blending, all everything, like, and all. You spend like, you speed up so much work. Also, desk is so much important as well. All my gels are here because I'm using them on this side. I rest them on the cable from so the pot doesn't move. The gel is rested, so I don't have to worry about the pot moving. And also they are quite heavy pots as well. Then my brushes are in there, so I can take out the brush, clean it, wipes, blue scrub, UV cleanser, hand sanitizer. Everything has to have its own space. And at the moment I'm working with the apprentice on my nail desk.
That's only one place where Dorota have clear.
And
she's mess because she's artist.
And I can't, like, you know, the things needs to be just perfectly in exactly the same place on my nail desk because you don't want to losing the time searching for them. I honestly, like, I don't, like, I can buff a client, like, hand almost, or like, you know, slap the colors, and at the same time I can take out something from the drawer because I know where exactly it is. So when someone moves the things, I am like, oh, and I lost 5 or 10 minutes on the appointment, which is a lot of time. On one item sometimes when you search it. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Gosh, guys, hope I don't miss anyone. You could never look 100. I will eventually because I will be 100-year-old. I promise, guys, like I need to be 100-year-old. Life is so good.
With Swarovski crystal.
With the Swarovski crystals. No, at 100 I will still walk on my own. If I pass 100 years old,
Somebody promise you if you manage.
Yeah, we actually had the friends that if I live till 100, they will buy me a wheelchair with Swarovski crystals. Then Nan says she can't take a decent photo for get videos. Honestly, try. So with the taking a decent picture, I'm thinking you're talking about the new pictures. But even of yourself, like the lighting is making huge difference, what I said before. So try it with this lighting. And another thing is, guys, very important when we need to do separate life that I'm talking to on one subject, we could talk for hours. It starts getting too warm in here now. We will need to put I know, we can't open the window and we can't have the air conditioning on because it will be just too loud. The angles is really important. So I quite like to work with the one hand because if I'm working with my hand, it's maybe okay as well, will be easier. But most of the clients, when they place their hand, what they do is they would put them both at the different angles. So the light, say example like this, the light is gonna hit this side and then the light is gonna hit straight. You want them both exactly same, so both directing the light. And that's what is a trouble to control both of the hands. So doing this position and more relaxed, you know, like you don't want to go like this kind of funny position, like, you know, like any kind of things. Oh, I've got one picture, I have seen it, Olivia's like going like this weird with her hands when we was taking the pictures. But you want nice and just relaxed hand like this is the easiest shoot, like, and then against something like, so outdoor we would use it quite often just like a wee wall. You want to step out from this wall and then you've got the picture, like, you know, nice and relaxed. So that helps. And another thing what I find it is I ask my clients to keep their hand like this first of all, then go like, so their hand is like this, then ask them to bend this knuckles, yeah, and hold it like this, because what they do often is they go like this. They bend this first knuckle. I want them to bend only the third knuckle. Okay, so only the third knuckle is bended. Then the hand is nice, and then a little bit relaxed, so it's not that fake. Don't bend those kind of things. Then welcome to the family, Nicole. Yay! Thank you so much, guys. And Victoria as well. Like, I mean, all the members, guys, thank you so much. Like, I really, really appreciate it so much. I have, Tosha says, I love that you include your filing technique in the videos. I am still working on my shapes. Filing technique is really, it was a huge game changer to me when I understood like how to file it, how to see those things. And that's the nail has to be the same through the entire surface. So straight, straight, straight. Rounded around the cuticle, like on the top, on the cuticle, coming down from the cuticle. Buffed away all those dust, and then those kind of movement, like smoothing out the entire surface. So no all over the place, but we have to file it through entirely, so your hairline is the same thickness everywhere. So you're not creating a weaker points, your fringe looks nicer, color application looks nicer, everything is so much better. Because quite often we could have almost perfect shape, then we would start file it and we would make a mess of that nail, like if we don't file uniform. Then I've got Hane. What style is your nail normally? Is your old or new style or a mix? My nails, white. White French or white baby boomer. I could wear it all year long. Be beautiful. I have been doing nails since the dentist created them. 43 years now. Wow. You know what? I wanted to be a dentist. When I was a child, I promised my granddad I'm gonna fix all his teeth, and so we as a nail technicians can be dentists if we know a little bit about the anatomy. And me and Patrick done the phlebotomy trainings as well. We are really interested into the human body as well. Oh, we're so passionate about it. So yes, we could be a dentist. And guys, nail technicians will be probably better dentists than the dentist because we know about the lifting. I got my teeth fixed. I broke it on the pizza because I'm old. And I got it fixed. I went to the dentist. And I knew it straight away, this is gonna not last. Like, so she fixed it. She didn't prep my teeth. She didn't clean it. She just put the filling on top of it. How this hell this filling can last on my teeth? There is no way. A week later, I had to call the dentist to do it again. And when I came in, I'd say, oh, you know what? Can we do it my way this time? Please, can you sanitize my teeth and clean it a little bit, then put that filling in and cure it properly so it can last a little bit better. They also should blend it, because if there is a catchy bit on the filling, of course it is going to fill out like a nails, you know? You can't have catchy bits at the cuticle. It has to be blended, then it is going to last. If we get a lifting, bacteria's getting in, like, and same, exactly same like the nails. But also the nails was the acrylic, white acrylic and French. From what I know, it was invited by the French dentist, and that's why it's called French manicure, because I think it was for his wife, like the dental acrylic filling, the white filling was used for the nails. And if you guys remember, when we was a children, they wasn't, I mean, when I was a child, not maybe all of you, the fillings was mainly acrylic fillings. And now they are newer technology fillings and they are cured by light. Yeah, same like gels. So the fillings are cured by light. Very good. The dentistry, the beads and everything is so similar to the nails. I am so happy to have so many experienced people in here. I do used to sculpt a set in 30 minutes. Now it is an hour and a half. That's I will do that. Yes, that's the unfortunately a thing. Like, and I believe my record was 36 minutes for a gel. Okay. I am over 60, been a nail tech since 26. I am still the tech I always was. Oh, there is a hope for me. Thank you, Jetson. Because so when, thank you so much. Yeah, when I was always laughing, like, so first of all, when we hit 40, that we start to travel like crazy. And we're doing, like, I mean, obviously we do start to travel so much. So much like as possible and enjoying the life, because before you realize, guys, is I'm not able to answer all questions today. We need to do another live, guys. Because when you're so young, like, you know, we kind of need to work hard to get our home, to bring the family in, the kids, like, and everything, and then we can kind of sometimes get almost lost. So I have put myself a barrier till I'm 40. I'm working like 7 days. No internet. We back, yeah. So if it cuts out, as that's mean the battery on the phone died. So I do apologize. We will do another live maybe in a week or two. We'll see how the time allow us. But yeah, I promised it myself, like when I was a child, that once we hit that by looking at my grandparents, my parents, how hard they had to like really do it. That's we kind of push it like as much as possible till we're younger, so we can really go crazy and enjoy the best time of the life, which I personally, when I was younger, was thinking from 40 till 60, and we are in this lifetime. So we're going crazy, like, you know, enjoying things and everything. But we never, I will work till I'm 100. Like, we are workaholics. We are addicted. It gives us so much pleasure, so much fun. So we'll be working till forever. Like, this is a kind of our retirement now. The way, like, you know, it is, because we was working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and now we work normal hours. Ish. Sometimes depending. No, sometimes you've got a little bit more time off. Sometimes we have to push it a little bit harder, but we enjoy. It gives us so much pleasure, so much happiness. And someone said, if your job is your hobby and you do it with the love, you will never feel like you are in work. And we never feel like we are in work. So, I mean, of course, if it doesn't take over your sleeping or like body function, you know, like sleeping, eating, because in the past it was getting to that stage as well. So it was a little bit over top. Like, yeah, breakfast eating at 8 p.m. or like, you know, skipping a toilet. But I think everyone goes through ups and downs in life. Like, you know, we all know that, you know, once we are like up and down, that's the joys of life. Has Olivia been still playing and singing? I love listening to her. Yes, she still keeps playing and singing. She has a TikTok, Livy. She doesn't play much of the guitar on the TikTok. I don't know why, but she still sings and she still play like. And her boyfriend actually, gosh, so she find a boyfriend. This is out, so not new related, but she got a boyfriend, and this boyfriend is playing instruments as well, and he's singing. And we've got something like a like a club or something, so they're going together there and they're having fun together. But yes, she keeps singing. They are building a customized computer right now, both of them. In 14 years, I will be waiting a long time. I got my license at 53 and now 55. Not that I know how I am. Yeah, it's like, I actually have seen it. There was someone over, I think we've got someone in the channel over 80 as well, just start doing nails, like, and this was so impressive, guys. Now I've got Victoria. I have a question for both of you. I thought I heard on the last time you did Olivia Neal, her having a boyfriend, so they live together. And how do you guys like him? Oh, we very good. Okay, Victoria is asking how do you like Olivia's boyfriend. So we chat a lot about it, and this is actually a good question. I can't say it on live because she will hear it. We like him a lot. So we like him a lot, but we don't want to. So when I was working as a nail technician and we had the salon, we never pushed Olivia into the nails. I never thought she would be a nail technician. She was just a little bit around it, but we never kind of expected it. And it's the same kind of thing with the boyfriend. I don't want to say to her, we don't like a boyfriend or we like the boyfriend. We don't want to influence too much of her choice because there might be something. So say example, if she likes the boyfriend and we don't like it, we might influence her choice because she's so close with us. She's amazing. Like we actually chat about it every single day, how lucky we are, how close three of us is, how much we have challenged, like through teenagers, like even like as a marriage as well, like, you know, ups and downs, like how proud of each other we are and how supportive we are. So she's quite influenced by us, and we cannot, for that reason, we cannot say too much to her because we might influence her. She's got her head, she knows like what she chooses, like she's strong, like a strong independent woman. But if we say too much that we like him and there is something maybe she doesn't like about him, it might her the decision of being with someone or not. Oh gosh, I hope that makes sense. Does it make sense? So we try to don't judge, like, and we do not tell her our opinion. And it did work for us in the past. Like if we liked someone or we didn't like, we don't want to. We treat them all the same. It is her decision to decide. But yeah, he's quite nice. He treats her good, and that's the most important. And she seems happy. So that's it. That's what we are looking the most for. I am lucky my body was broken down before I started. Oh man, that's so funny. So crazy. And yes, they do live together. She moved away from home a year ago. Yeah. And then my oldest client is Raj said, my oldest client is 85 years old. She started coming when she was 50. I still have about 15 original clients from the 19th. Wow. Yep, back pain is a killer and clients have arthritis in their hands. And this is not easy to work on the clients with arthritis because obviously you put more strength on yourself as well. But that's amazing, like, guys. Remember, we've got this group, so like feel free to share your work, have questions as well, like, and those kind of free random chat. And I love it the way you guys helping each other as well. And you're meeting each other, you're chatting with each other. This is so supportive, like, and like community, exactly.
Family.
Yeah, we love family. Nan, we are actually fine, like with Olivia moving away because she's still very close. She visits us, she cooks a cookie. We spend like tons sometimes calling her in, and like honestly, the contact is so good. But we're so lucky, I would say. Probably work hard for it too, like not stepping in too much. Oh, we're talking about private life, not on the news. Not stepping in too much into her life, like letting her make her own mistakes and learn on those mistakes. Like I felt it like sometimes, like, you know, my parents was maybe sometimes saying me too much, and I wanted to get burned. I wanted to learn. There is no.
Never say to the. We never say to the daughter, don't do that.
Yeah, she never have been told don't do that. She had no restrictions, nothing, and she's the most responsible child.
And choice is her.
Yes, I'm not sure if you guys heard Patrick, but yeah, we always say, look, this is our point of view, but this is your own choice and your life, and the way you choose it, that's the consequences it's gonna have. But you can choose whichever you feel is right. And I think for that reason she was choosing kind of our way. No, she sometimes didn't, and she would stood for that, like, really strongly. Okay, let's talk about nails, Patrick. I have tremors now. I can control them sometimes, but they make hard to the detailed painting. Oh, Nancy, that's so... I sometimes get them as well, like... and I find it like it is also quite a lot due to the dehydration as well. And another thing, I find it as a nail technician, and Patrick keeps saying to me as well, like, start breathing normally. So when I'm painting, I would hold my breath so much. This can also cause like low oxygen levels in your body, which can cause headaches, which can cause like you know, like even dizziness and things like that. So actually, nail technician is a hard job, guys. Have Patrick do a nail on your channel one day? He did. Patrick, put the link on that video if you can.
No, I tried to find how to copy
how to share the group. Will be somewhere on the top. Invite, and then share. Okay. Oh, I'm better at least with technology than Patrick. Wow, one thing. Maybe I just have nana naps while I am working now. Oh, you've got 2 grandkids. That's amazing.
I put the link for the Facebook group, and before I was put the link for Olivia's TikTok.
Perfect. Tosha, yes, the Milky Pink gel is really great, great one. And the black foil gel as well. But as I say, you need to be precise with this one. Guys, also with every order, like placed, how long, Patrick? Every order placed till what date? I try to give away the freebies. So with every order, we are gonna pack a freebie.
Yes.
Till what date? You think about it and you tell me. So every order, like, which is going in from like from this live till a certain date, Patrick is. The end of the month is Tuesday, I think. Yeah, so any order going on till the end of April. So all the order, like. And then we do another live, and we'll get a free gift from us as well, guys. So any order placed till the 1st of May. And then how best I can do the chrome without of staining the volley nail. You want to just scratch the surface of the nail. Don't use matte top coat. It might have sometimes. So any kind of top coat, guys, even high shine, no wipe top gel, any top coat has a tiny bit of residue. So if we want to use the chromes, that's why they are sticking in. It doesn't have it because you feel it dry, but it is tiny bit there. And if you use even a dry top coat, is call it, or no wipe top coat, or matte top coat, no wipe top coat, the chrome still might dirty, or pigments might still dirty. That's why I like buff surface. But the buff surface needs to be very smooth buff, because if it has scratches, things will get stuck in the scratches as well, and it will dirty your nails. Yes, Niels by Sue, you catch us live. And this is actually probably the longest live we ever did, because I'm already losing my voice. My kids are 23, 27, wow, and 33, and 2 youngest still at home. Thank you, ancient friends. Nancy, did you practice doing one stroke painting on a canvas with larger brushes before doing on nails? No, I was, No, I would. So the answer for this exact question was no. I wasn't practicing one stroke on the bigger surfaces. Quite a lot of people recommended doing it on the things. I did paint it on the eggs, but once I was more advanced, and I did paint it on a wee black book. But again, once I already knew how to practice the one stroke, I started doing the one stroke on the nails, and I was practicing on the nails mainly. As a kid, I was going to like an after school club where we was painting, like, you know, we had access to oil paints or pastels and different kind of art mediums. I was quite enjoying that. That was a kind of child fun club or something, because I was always into art, into decoration, into fashion, into beauty, and those kind of things. Then I've got Kelly. Dorota, if you could only own one of your Polish collection, which one would it be? So we do not like, so from the Near Perfect upvoted collections, I think it would be, oh gosh, Over the Rainbow. Over the Rainbow. And the reason for it, I think so. Yes, Over the Rainbow, because it has so many different colors, but they are quite neon colors. And what you can do it, guys, is there is a new collection which came out and it's unbelievable, it's amazing. But the reason why, and I actually maybe even preferred the newer collection, roll-on with the color-wise, but I'm thinking how many designs I can create. So with the Over the Rainbow collection, you can create more because they are darker colors, which mean you can add white gel into it and you can create tons of new colors. Plus, you can also mix those colors together. The ombre wheel, and I would have pink and purples. There is a blue. I would have everything. So, and also I find that this is a collection I'm using the most, because with this these 5 colors, by adding tiny bit of darker color, by mixing them together, or tiny bit of lighter color, you've got lots of colors. It's same like you could also own just basics colors. Like a printer, with the basic colors, you can, when the printer prints out, there's only 4 ink inside. There is a black, red, yellow, and blue. You can print out the full image, any kind of color, by mixing it together. So the Over the Rainbow would be the collection, I think. And Nan says, I am planning on competing for the first time in Orlando. I am doing stilettos. Any advice? Oh gosh, when I was competing and we won the stiletto first place, I broke the dust collector. I was so stressed. It was so warm, like my hands was sweating so much. So I went like this to dry out my hand because there was towel in there, and I just break it. So the hand rest, I know it was cold in there, but I was so stressed, like, and you know, one of my first stiletto competition, but we won it first place. I was so stressed that I had to dry it out. And the dust collector, which I'm having at the moment, not the same one, but like same style, I just break it into half. So that was the adrenaline. So the best thing I can give you is get the model, which you are going to be so comfy on that if it comes to the time when you... I need to cool down, Patrick.
Show the yeah, because maybe no chance to copy link or something.
So I'm going to leave Patrick with you, and I need to just go and catch the Friesz.
The community, that's the Facebook group.
Yeah, but so you need to get like a really great model. Thanks, Patrick.
Okay with the...
If the noise, but we'll be finishing soon as well anyway, because it's really too hot in here now. We can't breathe, almost like I am actually wet, because we switch off all the air conditioning and close the window. Oh, fresh air. And get the model which you're really comfy with, because in the case, but there is a music Patrick playing. I'm not sure if we allow the music. And if you stress, if you're stressed with it, she can calm you down. Like she can. I'm just gonna close, guys, because we. Oh, thanks, Patrick. Close, yeah. So she needs to. Because I can't even concentrate. Like it's so loud. I know, because I wanted just a second of the fresh air. Thank you. She needs to calm you down. She needs to calm you down, like, and even if she would just start singing or do silly things, like to make you comfy, because I think the stress is the biggest killer. And on the competition floor, when you concentrated and you focus, it is okay, especially when you're doing it like couple times. You don't think maybe that's much, but if you start overthinking it, that's where the things go wrong. Like your hands will start shake, you will start overthinking, you will concentrate not on what you're doing, but on too many other things. Another advice I can give you is read the rules. Rules are crucial and the most important thing. So each competition got its own rules, and if you do not follow those rules, you can lose quite a lot of points. And I find it actually lots of people do not follow the rules, so that will be your advantage. Like read them really properly, like what is expected you to be bring in, what you allowed, for what you might have some points minus. If something is not clear, get in touch either with the judges or with the organizers of the competition and ask them for specifications if you do not understand something, or if something is pretty confusing. You are absolutely fine to do that. You could even, like usually when there are competitions, the judges walks about, like, or there might be a judge floor or organizers of the competition. You can ask them, like, probably even entering, maybe not entering, but before, like, if there is if they've got some spare time, you could actually walk in and even ask them those questions before competition, just to clear it out. But be prepared for both of the option. When it comes to practicing, I don't know what to advise to you, because I am a crazy one which goes like, I usually have no clue what I'm doing. That's just the way I am, and that's how I was competing. So I never know what I want to do. I never prepare. I just sit and I do whatever. And that's how I was working with competition as well. Some people just cannot imagine it because they need to do a set like 100 times the same set before they go on the competition floor. I was just doing random stuff. And when Patrick was actually like, he's more, he likes the things to be planned, and he wants to know like what he will do. And I am like a little bit opposite. I am more random. So when I was competing, I never knew what I want to do. That was actually, yeah. But I knew my model news, because they would be my regular clients. So from my regular clients, I would pick up that hand. So I would know the size of their nails. I will know which places to watch. I will know how they'll hold their hand inside the lamp and those kind of things. So I will feel really comfy working on them. I'm glad, Helen, you have learned so much. Now, guys, I am just, we are gonna actually go close to finishing this live video. So I do apologize if I skip some more question, because I think I talk too much. And Nan says that it is more about competing against myself, but I am a bit nervous. You know, Nan, actually competed against yourself is the biggest like reward, because we are our own biggest like competition. You know, if you can beat yourself, that's where you move the most, because we always at a certain level, and that's what I am trying to do it as well. I'm trying to find my mistakes, and Patrick was quite helpful, and I'm doing the same to him as well. So say example, like he does photography, he brings me a picture, and I would judge it honestly. You know, sometimes it can be honestly. With the students, it's more harder. Like with Patrick, I can be, we know each other, so I can be like, oh, yeah, it's crap, you know, and he's not gonna mind. He will still love me. And same when I was coming. But I would explain why, of course. And when I'm judging myself, yeah, I would judge it so strictly because I want that. I want like a true and honest opinion. Because, you know, if someone says, and this is what, if someone says, oh, they are pretty, you kind of feel like, okay, they are maybe pretty, but there always is a room for improvement, because such a thing like a perfect nails doesn't exist. It doesn't. Like, even if we do 10 hours, try it, guys, like sit 10 hours on one piece of the nail, you will always find something, because once you get it almost perfect, you will overfile it, or you will just mess it up, or you will do something, so it's not going to be perfect. And I love learning by those mistakes, like, and Patrick was quite often like, I would show him my work, and he will judge it by his eye, what he see it. We would zoom in the pictures, and we will learn from them. And yes, as many different people, they will see different things. Absolutely, like this is the way, and that's what I'm doing to his pictures as well.
Important. If you have uneven nails, they have to be all the same. That's the most important.
For competition, yes. So for competitions, Patrick says like, if in competition, check depending which, this is in Orlando, I don't know that competition, so I don't know the rules, but in quite a few, most of the competition we was taking part, it was consistency. And consistency mean that the winner could be a person not which makes the most beautiful looking nails by the first look of it, but the points he was getting. So like example, if most of it was regarding the consistency, all the smile lines would be crooked into one side because this is consistent. Or like all things would be...
That's kind of your style.
Yes, because it's really hard to get consistent. And if you do consistent, it's like, that's what judged it the most. But I would suggest, because it's a different competition, I would be quite careful saying that. I don't know the rules for this competition. So as I say, on the as a main thing, check, you should get the score sheet with the points, and check for what things you get the most of the points, because it might be like a wow factor, are they all consistent, product control, are they neat underneath, so depending which one is repeating the most, which kind of scores repeat the most, it gives you the most of the points, and this is the part which you need to concentrate the most on. Yeah, because I find it also quite often people concentrate. So, example, in French, everyone concentrate on the smile line to make sure it's perfect, and then we've got perfect smile line, so you get 10 points, but everything else is like 5, say example. You better off don't lose this time on the perfect smile line, because it's only one place which judge this, only one judge which scored the smile line. You better off concentrating on thing which is repeating.
Every 8 points for every.
Yeah, or is also repeating the most on the score sheet. So this is what I can give you as another tip. I'm losing my voice. I am done with. We are 3 hours, 8 minutes non-stop talking. Competing with yourself is the base competition and the only kind of competition. Absolutely, Kelly. Nan is asking if you can come for their wedding. We are having a wedding after 25 years. Oh, awesome. We are having wedding anniversary on the 28th. What is today? 27? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
No, we're having wedding anniversary in 51 minutes, Patrick.
Okay,
yeah. In 55 minutes will be tomorrow. So We are having a wedding anniversary.
What?
We are together. The wedding, we got married 5 years after being together, and we are together 23 years, 2002. So 23 years in January, so over 23 years. And married 5 years later, so married, no, 23 years together since 2002. Yeah, 23 years together, and married 2007.
Yes.
Yeah. So how many years? 5 years later after being together. Yeah. Oh, normally you are good at math. I am not. I am tired as well.
That's why
I say we are finishing, guys. It is crazy. Dentist needs to go to nail school. Shh, we didn't say that. But no, guys, honestly, a nail technician, like, I mean, nail technicians, the amount of the knowledge, like sometimes, you know, some people think like, oh, it's just doing the nails, one form died. It's just doing the nails, like, it's so easy, but the knowledge, the anatomy, the health and safety, the products, like, we need to know so much actually to be able to do the nails. That it is crazy. Yeah, Nan, you have to join this Facebook group. You didn't manage to share the link.
Yeah, I managed to share the link. I'm not sure it's possible to copy the link from the chat. But I showed
But guys, if you cannot copy the link from the chat, do a screenshot. And if you do a screenshot, then you can copy a text from the photo.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I do it.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I'm clever girl. I am going with rules, 20 years military, so I always memorize. Crazy, 20 years military
As soldiers.
as a soldier. Tell me if this is true, because first of all, when I was young, I wanted to be a dentist. Then I wanted to be a soldier, and then I became a nail technician. Thank you guys so much. I do apologize if I missed some question. Hi, yes, I'm so glad, guys, you have catch us. It was actually, I really enjoyed this live. It was quite a lot of amazing questions. We were supposed to talk about the inspiration. And I don't want to promise anything because I feel bad. I don't want to promise. We will try doing, I really love doing those lives. That's why we are doing it on our holiday, working holiday, because Patrick took his pictures again. But I love this. I love this lives. I love time spending and chatting with you guys. So we will try it more depending what the life allow us. You know, sometimes like last year was pretty tough because it was last a year and a half. We kind of just starting recovering from moving the salon, because when the other salon, the owner of the building died, and we had to find a new building, we pushed it to buy that property, and that was crazy. You know, like that was so crazy, changing our lives, like so much hard work that it actually make us so exhausted. And I was feeling, and at the same time, so we was recording videos, I was doing clients, Patrick was working on the top of that, like to be actually able to save our salon, we had to do a lots of work physically ourselves, like, you know, to save the money on the full price list of it. So that was a crazy exhausting year, which related on my health as well, because I had non-stop migraines as well on top of that, and like all the lots of different things happening in my body because I was so exhausted. So now we kind of starting relax and enjoying the things. So I don't want to promise too much, because when you get to the point when there is too much, because we was trying catch up with the videos and everything, it was one point, I think it was, when was it? November or December? We skip it. I think we skip it 1 week of videos on YouTube, or couple videos. So normally we put Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and we was doing for salon plus photography plus distribution and the products, and it got to the point when it was a little bit too much. So I don't want to promise anything, because once I promise, I feel I need to do it.
Yeah.
I want to do it so much because I love it, and I know, guys, you can learn it different from those videos, because we can have a bit more loose chat, we can enjoy it more, and you've got I get you to answer the questions which maybe I missed it before and I didn't answer them. I'm trying my best, but like yes, sometimes I would miss some questions as well from you. Quite often what I'm doing is, like, once you ask me questions under the videos, I'm trying to answer them in the next few videos. Keep in mind, we try to record in advance, so usually if you ask me a question in a one video, I will answer it like couple videos later, because I need to have a time to record an answer for that video. But yeah, we are gonna
It was 20 years. I can't read English.
20 years USA air traffic controller. Oh yeah. Yes, of course I was asking this question. And then I've got Kelly asking, anyone knows if there is a tariffs on Dorota's products to the USA? No, guys, no. Take advantage of it, because it's not gonna last long. To United States, there is no tariffs. Zero. Unless you order above 800. So do not order above 800. Split it on separate orders if you want to do that big order. No tariff. And take advantage of it, because the things might change. I know it has been put off-site for another 90 days, and that was, I think, happening last week. So you've got another maybe 2.5 months of ordering with out of tariffs if you're living in the United States. And if you read the comments previously, people are confirming that as well. There is no tariff on any order below 800. Keep in mind exchange rate as well, guys. Postage, we send international track, so you get the tracking details, and to be safe, I would say up to 10 working days, but I know sometimes parcel can arrive much sooner. We've got this group, and also people we say good morning from Australia. Hello, beautiful Australia. So it must be very early in Australia. This is
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard to connect with everyone, because we've got people watching from so many different places. So hi, we are kind of like, it is midnight here already. So we are kind of gonna finishing soon. But remember, guys, for any order placed until the 1st of May, we are gonna give a free gifts inside your parcels as well. Like me and Patrick is gonna hand pick it. And usually what I try to do is, when we're doing any kind of gift or the things, I'm trying to search your orders. So we've got the history of your orders, and if you have been ordering with us previously, I will pick a gem, you don't have it. So same with the mystery boxes, guys. They are amazing, actually. The mystery boxes are quite amazing, because you get Victoria, you know as well, I think you have got like tons of those mystery boxes. They are packed with lots of great products, and you get them for half price, basically, because the mystery boxes, the large one is £100, and you get £200 worth of products. And basically I'm going with the calculator, and I'm going and checking your, that's why I cannot put you a picture of what is in those. Yes, so mystery gift boxes is always me who packs them, because no, don't say always, because if one gets sold, like 99% is me, but even if it's not me, I'm trying to take control over it. I go through your previous orders and I search for the things, and also we keep in a store. In a store, we keep some things which aren't listed on the website, but I use them as well. So they are kind of kept for those mystery boxes as well. Plus the usual, like, you know, some gel polishes, brushes, like gels, like I try to pick up different things. But anyway, we are gonna finish for now. Thank you so much for so many of you joining us in this hotel room. You should actually see it, us moving all those beds and everything, creating a space for you so we could join you in. I let you know the next time when we get when we get to see each other live. And I hope it will be actually sooner than later because I love those videos. Sending you huge glittery hugs. Mwah, mwah. Patrick as well. and
Guys.
and
Have a good night or good day.
yeah, have a good night. Depends where you live.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much for all the new channel members as well.
Tomorrow on Mondays.
Tomorrow, new video as well. I just need to decide if it's gonna be a beautiful abstract flowers or is it gonna be a French almond French. So if you, we need to just decide on that.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay. You know where to stop.
Did you stop it? I just say one thing, guys. Okay, Patrick doesn't know where to stop it. I will stop it. Guys, for those of you who are just joining in, guys, you can re-watch the live video later, but it is gonna take some time to process because I'm not sure if it's gonna be, so the live chat, what we are writing is gonna be available later on. Because the video needs to process. I'm not sure if you're able to see it straight away. I can't remember. I think maybe video you can see it straight away, but the live chat comments you cannot. It needs to process or something. And over, excuse me, on over 3 hours video, it is gonna take a long time probably. Okay, we are finishing now. Bye. Oh, he don't know how to stop. Okay, let me do it.